Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? It's the Negro Rockin' podcast brought to you by the I-70 Connect. I'm the KC Stork. I got my main man Topeka, 30 pieces of AG. What's going on, homeboy?
Not much, man. Good evening, bro. Just been a while, couple of days.
Oh yeah, for
I,
sure.
I've been kind of excited. This is gonna be episode 5. I didn't even think we would make it past episode 1.
Dog, we talk so much shit. I didn't think we was gonna have episode 1, dog. I thought that shit was gonna be like niggas was gonna be like 80 years old in our fucking nursing homes talking on whatever fucking technology we gonna have at that point in time. Like, yeah, nigga, remember that time we said we're gonna do a podcast? Now them shits is illegal because the government came down and cracked that shit down. Probably gonna
Now,
happen. and now we can't do shit.
yeah. So I guess I enjoyed a couple episodes sounding the best. And I know you got another
Oh,
microphone.
nigga, this shit. Hold on, boy. Oh, let me. Hey, y'all. I want y'all to see my new baby. Look at that big black shiny bitch. Hold on. Shooby dooby doo. Shooby dooby doo. Nigga. Hey, dog. Hey, nigga. $70, dog. Look here, man. $70 for something that look like a big ass black ball, nigga. I'm speaking into, dog. But hopefully it's worth it. Hopefully people can able to tell the difference. Yes, I went out. I finally purchased a professional, so I guess somewhat professional grade microphone, so that way I'm not sound like I'm talking out of a fucking can of Franken beans. And my homeboy 30 pieces up there sounding like motherfucking just silver tongue serpent that he is.
Yeah, this is DJ 30 Pieces of Silver coming at you from Topeka. Let me hit you with our sweet sensations for the evening.
Them fucking all gay hour, nigga. That motherfucker playing what in the butt on motherfucking repeat for fucking 60 minutes straight. Doom, doom, doom. What in the butt? But nah, man. Like you said, man, shit been crazy, man. Shit, cops, they getting killed. I'm sure citizens are getting killed, but you wouldn't be able to tell because citizens' lives don't matter. And I get it. We put a certain degree of respect on the police. I respect that because I respect the police. I was raised by 2 cops, but I also respect that they should be held to a higher standard. But I'm not trying to go down that path, but just, yeah, man. I hit you up on Twitter the other day, and we had a captain on the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department who got shot up pretty bad. He didn't make it, and basically responding to a call that there was a drive-by shooting or something where people were shooting from a vehicle. They got one guy, other 2 suspects fled. And then as they reported on the news, when he rolled up on the 2 suspects, they just shot him up before he even got out of the car, man. I mean, like, nigga, it's turned to the motherfucking Wild Wild West, OK Corral out this motherfucker. And some black folks will say, well, it's been that way for us. Not even black folks, man. Some citizens, depending on where you live, man, you're a poor white male. Police don't give a fuck about you either. So let's not be blind to that. But yeah, man, just the shit is sad, man. It's getting crazy out there, bro.
Yeah, I live in Topeka, but I work in Leavenworth. So, but I was just like leaving. I mean, I was, right now before we went live, I tried to. I was telling you, like I was going to tell you, starting to tell you, but then we just went live. Is I don't. Here recently, I kind of been going out of my way to kind of avoid the news, man. Like the only reason why I knew something had happened was because you had mentioned it on Twitter, and I happened to see it. And you know what I mean? Like up until that point, I was unaware of what was going on. And me, I'm just like leaving work, and luckily I was already at home. Actually, I think it happened before I even left, but I didn't notice anything on the roads. I mean, if for anybody that's listening and is not familiar with Kansas City, there's two Kansas Cities: the Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri side. But I mean, it's basically like
ATMO.
yeah, I I
My
tried.
bad.
The way I see it is like I see it also like a one big ass city. Even though there's opposition on both sides, but
I don't mean to interrupt you. If you come to Kansas City, do not come with that mind state because you will get fucked up talking about it's all one big ass city. No.
I am a transplant. I mean, I'm not broadcasting or saying it, to everybody. But
I don't want no fans getting fucking hemmed up because they like 30 pieces of AG told us that it's just all one big ass city.
no, hold up, that 30% AG didn't tell you that. I'm just saying, but no, I mean, because here we have borders, but we don't really have like border patrols or stuff like that, So I mean, one minute you're on the Kansas side, and then you just as you cross the river on I-70 going east. I mean, you're already in Missouri, so it blends in well. I mean, the
Yeah,
river
it
does
blends
separate
in
them.
because even when you're in the
Um,
city, you got state line, and that's literally the fucking state line.
yeah, but like I said, I mean, I was surprised. I mean, like in the news, we always hear about the cop shooting and anything that was related with Black Lives Matter or any racist stuff or anything that's going to make the news. But I was surprised that even for as many people that I follow in Kansas City or in that area or the surrounding areas, even the news outlets, I didn't really see much on my Twitter timeline about it. I actually had to go and search it on Twitter or on Instagram or other media outlets, and
Right.
just to get information. I figured like the national news will pick that up too, because
Well,
I mean
go ahead. My bad.
with everything that's been going on. But like I said, I mean, you mentioned something. You made a comment on there that that was kind of it's unfortunate, man. You mentioned that both sides need to really chill, man, about this, because now we don't. I mean, I haven't read anything. I don't know anything about the new any updates. I know that it is two black males or one that are suspect. I don't know if they even have the third or fourth one already, but I mean, to gun down a 17-year-old veteran, force veteran, I mean, he was probably like 3 or 4 years out from retiring, if not already thinking about retirement. And he was by himself. He responded to him by himself, to the call when he really should have been with somebody else. And he is a captain. I mean, it wasn't like he was like a
Yeah,
full soldier or anything like
he wasn't
that.
no rookie. He wasn't no rookie. It wasn't his first stroll.
Right, but and it's kind of one of those things that I don't know that man, so I really can't speak about that. But
But
it's one of those things. We gotta stop that, man. We gotta we just can't go randomly. Two
well,
wrongs
right,
don't
but
make a right, though.
well, right. But the thing is, though, and I don't know how to sound. I don't know how to say this, man. But it's the
Just say
thing
it, bro.
is,
You're not gonna offend me.
well, not gonna offend you, but other people, man. I don't want people to think I'm heartless. I guess but it's that thing of these are things that have happened in the past, man. Uh, Criminals get shot. Criminals shoot the police. I mean, this is I don't say a common day occurrence, but this is something that does happen. And I think with the whole thing of trying to catch up Black Lives Matter movement, whatever they want, that umbrella term they use for anything for anyone who is pro-black and loves their blackness, it's the rush to say, oh, is this Black Lives Matter movement, this person affiliated with that? And if it doesn't match that narrative, it's not going to get that traction. So that's why I don't think you see it on the national media. That's why I think it doesn't play out like that. The same way when white people, white males, females, whatever, white folks get shot by the police, you really don't see that big national push because it doesn't fit a narrative of trying to pit us black folks against the police. Like we hate the cops, but Niggas been having to deal with cops for centuries, dog. They're the fabric of the fucking black community. They have been. I mean, they're just there. There's something that we deal with. This is not new. We acting like police or this new fucking alien element in the black community, and that's silly. And also the other side of it is like these people here. I don't know what their motives were. It's obvious they were committing crimes. They're shooting out of the fucking car, so they really have no regard for human life. So fuck them off top, because I could have been out there doing whatever. I know people live in Kansas City, Kansas. You know what I'm saying? I got friends and family over there, so I could have been over there with one of my fucking babies, and we could have got shot. So fuck them off top. But also, when do the police and people who support the police take some responsibility for the climate that their bad counterparts have built when they run up, tackle, choke to death, shoot, harass not just black people but citizens of this United States, man? I mean, when does that become? When do you get accountable for that? I mean, you both been in the military. I just can't run up on no motherfucking Iraqi, fucking kick they fucking doors in, house all they shit, because what happens is the next time we go out on patrol, what happens, dog? We get hit the fuck up because we known as the asshole squadron that comes in and harasses the local citizens just trying to do their fucking business. So both sides got to be held accountable. And I get it, man. Blue lives matter, that's great. All lives matter, that's great. Black lives matter, of course. I'm a black man, that's great. But somebody got to be held accountable. The bad black people got to be held accountable. The bad cops got to be held accountable. And the thing is, people want to say black folks don't hold criminals accountable. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. We've been having to take care of our own for years because of let me get my thoughts together. I had to belch. Years because no one really cared about the crimes that were happening in the black community until they spilt out and affected the other side. So we've been dealing with our own for fucking years, man. And it's just like people just want to say niggas don't care about crime. You think I want nigga breaking into my shit? I work hard for my shit, dog. I want nigga breaking into my house. We care about crime. I don't know. I don't want this to turn to another podcast where we talking about whatever, man. But it's just the shit's getting old, bro. And just having to. And it kind of, I got a few people that I fuck with. I actually fuck with around, man. It kind of, kind of hurt my soul, man. Hurt my soul a little bit that, they all on this all lives, blue lives shit, but ain't nobody come hit me up, talk to me how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? When I see black men getting murdered, when I see black women getting murdered, when I see black kids getting fucking shot when they got BB guns, I just, I got to just eat that shit. And one of my mentors, one of my clinical instructors when I was in nursing school, we didn't get into it, but I posted something. He kind of came at me like, well, this racist bullshit, and it's all lives matter. We all need to get along. And I'm like, man, fuck all of that, dog. You wasn't saying that all lives matter shit till I said black lives matter, man. So you can get the fuck up off my page. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, bro. I'm getting tired of the bullshit, man. I'm getting tired of the respectability. I got to be this respectable foot shuffling nigga for people, man. I ain't never been that nigga, and a lot of my white friends are getting that fucking I ain't that nigga wake up call.
Yeah, I mean, I know, man. I could always sense a kind of the frustration, and it's not really that. At least for me, from what I'm getting, the vibe that I get from you, I think it's just more like you're tired of it, man. Like. It's like it's basically like exhaustion, you know what I mean? And like I said it in the last,
it's exhausting.
And like I said it in the last episode, I don't pretend to know, like, we're both minorities, and you have the black community and the brown community. Really, you just have the brown community, really. But we have
we all niggas in America's eyes, dog.
Yeah, but. To a certain extent, yeah, and generalizing it, yeah. But I don't pretend to know what you go through on a daily basis, because I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I'm not saying that I'm not oblivious to fucking racism or anything like that, but it's rare that I face it or experience it.
Well,
Now,
I never hold on. I never face it like face to face. I think it's the fact that I'm like 6'3", 240 pounds. It's been very rare that anybody just fucking comes up to my face and is like, fuck you, nigga. The few times a motherfucker has to call me a nigger or go home nigga has been in the car and they motherfucking wheels burn the fuck out as soon as they say it. So yeah, I've never had to deal with it face to face, but you know it's there. You see all the subtle signs. You see how people say, like, oh, you're such a hard worker. Like, bitch, why is that a surprise? What'd you expect? Right. What the fuck you expect, bitch? I got to feed my family too. Then I'm gonna come here and take a nap on company time. Yeah. But I ain't mean to interrupt you, dog. But no, I'll just say I ain't never dealt that shit face to face. Probably the biggest thing is my first marriage. I was married to my wife who was white. That's probably motherfuckers get them motherfucking looks. You get them older white men, young white boys, kind of like, why this white woman with this big ass nigga. But that's the closest it ever came to where like you could kind of see that look in their eye, but they like, that's still a big ass nigga. I'm not about to say nothing to him.
Right. But like I said, I mean, I don't pretend to know what's going on. I mean, like I said, in other episodes, I don't really experience it. I mean, I think you asked me that, do I experience it in Topeka? And I mean, I know people have their own stereotypes or racism or whatever. And maybe they don't just express it around me or whatnot, like how you always say, like you don't really know the next person. I mean, look at old boy, look at Lou Holtz. We talk about that all the time. Like we don't really know that man. We don't really see behind closed doors. But then you see this man, and I'm not gonna give him a cop out because he was carrying a Crown Royal. Bag.
That motherfucker had a fit the Crown Royal dog rolling through. I mean, sure, it was just a bag, so who knows? It might have been some motherfucking quarters for the pay his motherfucking parking. He might have had some old condoms in that motherfucker. Who knows? But I'm gonna say that nigga had a purple Crown Royal bag rolling through the RNC, bro. That's what that's all I know, dog. That's all I don't know. Hey, I'm like Brad Pitt in motherfucking was that motherfucking 7, nigga? What's in that bag? What's in that bag?
No, but like I said, I mean, ultimately, we don't know everybody, and behind closed door, that in your face they may act or be a certain way, and then behind closed doors, they may be something different. I mean, I got my own prejudice. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why I live on the side of the on the neighborhood that I live on. You know what I mean? It's not just like you talking about earlier.
Is it prejudice or you just want to be safe, nigga? I mean,
I want to be. I mean, but I think
you see the crime reports.
I don't see anything bad about it, but somebody else may kind of take it in as like, oh, hey, you're prejudiced.
I live in East Johnson County for a reason, bro. Keep it real. I have lived in the city. I have lived in the city with poor blacks. I have lived up in Independence with poor whites. No, nigga. I'm gonna live out here with these. We got some Africans out here. They probably emailing motherfuckers right now talking about they in Nairobi. Please send me $25 so I can give you $10 million. Oh well, as long as they crimes stick to motherfucking email fraud and not kicking in my door, nigga, we all be all right.
Yeah, no, but anyway, like I said, man, I know a lot of people. I've gotten a couple of feedback from more friends, and actually more friends that I trust and value their opinion on this podcast, and just like one of our followers, Tanya Weeman, she said
Weeman, Tanya Weeman, man. Hey, we'll talk about that in the Twitter shout out episode.
Okay, but anyway, just like
you talk about what she said though, but I'm gonna still give her respect.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Put some respect on my name, but anyway,
respect on her name.
But anyway, so yeah, like what they appreciate is the fact that we don't, that we're like an all inclusive. We don't necessarily like stick to sports, or we don't have like one direction. And I know some people are probably frustrated.
Tanya Weeman hates the sports, dog. Let me tell you. Let me tell you that. But she said, I like the content. Yeah. Y'all motherfuckers keep that sports shit.
So we're losing we're losing a couple followers come football season. As you see, they're like
Yeah, hey
already.
Tanya, I love you. I love the commentary on Twitter. Love the thought process. You seem to be a very beautiful, intelligent woman. But hey, come fucking September.
Shit, already. And you
I'm
were
gonna be
asking me.
lost. I'm gonna be lost in the sauce.
But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, like just let me finish the thought so we can move on and shit. Like
Okay,
so.
my bad. I've been drinking. Sorry, y'all.
See, that's that shit right there. He's just drinking tea. But
Yes, that hey, that was orange juice. Now that shit look like motherfucking Tang.
but anyway, yeah, no. So like, I like the fact that we can talk about a bunch of stuff and we don't pretend to be experts and we always just tap in from personal experiences. But
Nah,
just to
we
finish
just
off,
two rings, nigga. That's all it is.
yeah, just to finish off the comment about the KCK police officer shooting. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, man, but and on both sides. I mean, people that feel the need to shoot a cop for whatever reason, and then a cop being shot because of repercussions from another past incident that may or may not have been from that same precinct, and it may have been from like another state, like just because somebody thinks or the perception of what cops are. So I mean, it's unfortunate, but I was really surprised that that it didn't get much traction nationally, man.
Like I said, man, it doesn't fit the narrative, man, because it's obvious that the young men who were suspects in the crime, so I guess they haven't been committed any wrongdoing, but suspects. So obviously, when the Black Lives Matter movement, obviously it wasn't a fucking setup. They were already shooting that motherfucker from a car, and he happened to show up. He happened to roll up on him, and he got shot, man. So, and that's sad in itself that if your death, while in the line of duty, if your death doesn't meet a certain narrative, it doesn't get national attention. So, at the same point in time, where the nation seems to be saying respect all Blue Lives Matter, it's like fuck Blue Lives if Black Lives Matter doesn't seem to be involved in it somehow. If some pro-black anthem doesn't seem involved with it somehow. So, I mean, that's sad too, man. And once again, it goes back to our first episode, man. We talk about boogeymen, dog. And it's just like the media needs a boogeyman. Right now, the hot topic of the day is Black Lives Matter. How can we frame them as some terrorist activity, some terrorist group? And, the year before, and prior to that, it was, immigrants and Mexicans, and somewhere blending in that, it was fucking, the narrative was, Sharia law and the Islamic State. And they're going, and all this shit, man, to just keep us in fear of each other. And that's the easiest way to divide us, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the easy way to divide us, man. And they winning. They winning, dog. And don't get me wrong, bad shit happens, dog. But I need people to, like, when you driving to work every day, when you at work every day, is the world around you burning? Is the world around you burning? It's not burning. But the media will have you believing that this shit is burning up. Am I lying?
Nah, I believe you. I mean, shit.
But don't get me wrong. I drive to work. I see the cops. I still get nervous. But back in 1995, back in 1998, I still got nervous when I saw the cops, dog. That shit was from Boys in the Hood, nigga. That shit, they pull you out your shit. And that's just been something that I don't know. I don't know if this is inbred, but I don't know what the fuck. But yeah, man, they want you to believe that the world is burning. Don't buy into that shit. Do not buy into that shit.
Yeah, and that's what I guess that's why I guess that's kind of going off of that a little bit. That's why I wanted to, like, I was searching on Twitter and I was looking at the social media to see if anybody else had, like, I was looking for the video, you know what I mean? Like the POV video, instead of like getting the filtered version that feeds the narrative or fits into the narrative or whatnot. And I didn't find it. I mean, I was just surprised, but I mean, like I said, it's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, I really don't. If you're looking for some enlightening thought or whatnot. I
Well,
mean, it's just
there is no enlightenment, dog. The thing is, man. I mean, if you believe, if you biblical or spiritual, whatever the fuck you want to call it nowadays, and you believe in the story of the Bible, man, there's been bad people on the motherfucking planet since the days of Adam and Eve, man. Since motherfucking Cain killed Abel, man. It's been bad people, and it's just bad people are nothing new.
yeah.
What happens is in our society, there tends to be more good people than bad people, but bad people always get the motherfucking. They get the camera. They get the motherfucking time on the news feed. They get the time on your Twitter feed. That shit just eats at you, man. You start thinking everyone's bad. You start thinking that every black person's bad. You start thinking that every motherfucking cop is bad. You start thinking that every Hispanic person is an illegal immigrant. You start thinking that everybody who fucking prays to Allah or Islam or practices is a practicing Muslim is got a bomb. And the shit just feeds on you, man. And they playing us, man. They fucking pimping us. They pimping us, dog. We motherfucking hoes on the point, dog. When they hoes on the point talking about that pretty young bitch. That's what we are, man. That's what the media sees us as. These pretty young bitches. I mean, nigga, is your boy wrong?
Yeah, I don't know, dog. I don't.
What do you mean you don't know, dog? We getting pimped, dog. We getting. Nigga, we getting pimped.
I mean, I don't like to think that I'm getting pimped, but goddamn, dog.
Well, I don't think everyone's buying in, because like we talk about it, we sit back, and for the most part, we peep the game. But I mean, to a certain level, we get pimped too, dog. I mean, my grandpa Walker out in California, man. I mean, he says some deep shit, but he says some of the simplest shit. That was the deepest shit to me at my sister's graduation, and it's like during some point in time when I was going through a divorce, whatever the fuck, and he was talking about something. I don't know how we got to the point, man, but he said, "Hey, man, we all somebody's trick. End of the day, we all somebody's trick. We all getting pimped by somebody. We all got somebody out there got something we want. We willing to pay for it."
I believe that.
Like what you say first episode. Everybody got a price. I can be bought. I don't know where the fuck we going, how we got here, but you was trying to wrap it up, and I'm feeling good. But yeah, man. What you were saying, dog, the shit is sad, man. And I think, the biggest issue, man, is for me. Now, I don't care. The biggest issue for me, as I see it, man. Once Black Lives Matter equals all lives matter, then Blue Lives Matter gonna start giving a fuck about Black lives. That's how I see it.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. I mean, I don't know, man. We could talk about race. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get back to racism or prejudice.
Yeah. We just upgraded to the pro account, so I'm sure in the next 50 or so fucking episodes, racism will come up. But anyway, man, let's get on to speaking of racism. There was some racism in that this movie that you watched, even though it wasn't racism.
Hold up, before we get to that movie, I want to see if something works. Let me know if you could hear this. All right.
Okay.
Can you hear that?
Nah, we doing the motherfucking ear test, nigga. I went boo.
Hey, go ahead and give me moderate. Go ahead and give me permission, bro.
Permission where? Where you at?
Okay, hold on. Let me see something.
See, why you trying new shit while we live?
Hold on. Can you see it? Can you hear it? Let me know if you could hear it.
I can't hear it. Man, don't play that Timmy shit, nigga. I can't hear it, dog. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't know how you talking about give you permission, dog.
That's
an echo.
Oh my God. What about now? Can you hear it? What just happened?
It doesn't seem to be playing. Nah, I can't hear it, bro. Live broadcasting, y'all. Live podcast. As Rob was saying on Black Guy Tips, this is live podcasting. Sorry. My homie
Know that it's on the finest.
Oh god damn, I do hear it. Don't be playing. I just heard it, bro. Don't be playing that Timmy Turner shit, dog. Hey, I think that motherfucker might be what was that, MK Ultra?
So you can't hear it right now, right?
Not right now. I did just hear it a second ago.
What about now?
There it is. It's playing.
You can hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Know that it's on the
All right.
Oh my god.
You can hear that pretty good?
It's going in and out. You keep pushing pause?
Well, yeah. So what's something this way?
That. Oh, I hear it. Come on, dog. That nigga is probably I'm telling you right now, man, that's some MK Ultra mind control shit. He probably just activated like 80 niggas to go out and fucking kill all their baby mamas, dog.
All right.
I'm telling you, dog, that motherfucker, that's some brainwashing or some shit, dog. That nigga is literally mumbling. Here, everybody walking. Timmy talking. Is this what rap? Is this what the rap game has come to?
It's
dog, my twins was like, oh, that's the hotness pops. Hey, everybody, my twins, they'll be 12 here in August 21st. Shout out. They will never hear this. They better not hear it. I kill them. Say this to my podcast. But anyway, yeah, man, they was my fault for getting them smartphones. But they was like, yeah, pops, you heard that? You heard that designer, that his little freestyle? And I had heard it, but I was like, I was playing dumb. Like, nah, I ain't heard it. You got a little freestyle. They Timmy talker. I'm like, is he having a stroke? I mean, it sound like some stroke symptoms, man. He is literally mumbling while snapping his fingers. This shit is stupid as fuck. Hey, dog, you know what this shit sound like, dog? If they would have make a motherfucking Tyler Perry version of the Lion King, nigga, that shit sound like it'd be the intro song.
I have no idea what the fuck he's saying, though.
He don't know what the fuck he's saying. Don't know what the fuck he's saying.
Bro, I think what would be hilarious though to do this shit. Like to play this video, like a caption underneath it, and then underneath the caption, another caption, and then like the sign language person. That I would love to.
I was just about to say they need to have that with a little bitch in the motherfucking circle doing the sign language, dog.
And you need somebody like holding up a sign, now, like to let you know what the hell he's saying, dog.
Nigga, that sound like that should be the opening fucking anthem for the Special Olympics, dog.
Oh, you just gotta ask what just happened. What just happened? Talk. Whoa, you just like. Well, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, well, you coming off like really broken, bro.
Am I really?
Yeah, you got to refresh.
Oh, I can hear it in my headphones too.
Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh.
You still hear it?
Damn. Yeah. It might be on my end. Let's just kill that shit. Can you hear me now? How we looking now? We good then. Okay. It might be.
Am I better?
Yeah, you good. You good.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right. Live podcasting, especially when we're trying to do new shit.
Well, I guess I figured out how we could put audio into
yeah, but you don't figure out how to do it while not fucking up the podcast.
Oh, I mean, might as well. I mean, shit. Hey, we got unlimited 500 hours.
Yeah, but nobody want to hear us fucking be scientists. They want to come in, hear our thoughts, and fucking get on about their day.
All right, I just wanted to.
Did you hear what I said though? That's the fucking anthem for Special Olympics, dog. I mean, that's gonna be the Special Olympics. It's gonna be a little nigga carrying a torch. Everybody walking, Timmy talking.
He was so serious. That goes to show you, man. We just need a good beat and get this pussy song off the ground already, though.
If we keep bringing it up, people gonna be disappointed if we don't do it, bro. We got it. I thought you said your man was a sound engineer.
He's a sound engineer, but he's not a beat maker.
What the fuck? Does he know the beat makers then?
Well, I said I could tap into him, but you never said like, "Hey, go ahead and do it."
I'm doing reverse engineering. If he's a sound engineer, that means somebody's giving him the sound, right? I mean, is this nigga just farting in the booth and like and correcting it or what?
So you tracing your steps backwards.
That's what I do, dog.
You're traversing your steps.
Nigga, shut up. Nigga. Anyway, man, what? Nigga, traversing my steps, nigga. That's not how it goes. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Mama Bear. Mama Bear then came out here and said I was being loud.
Oh,
hey, beautiful. Why are you whispering? They already know you're here. Hi, beautiful. Why you
put the camera on her?
Hey, Frank. I ain't putting the camera on her. Y'all can't see these shorts. No, America.
I don't know. I think we need a peep show.
Shit. Niggas
do it for the Vine. Do it for the Vine.
Fuck the Vine and fuck you. I burn down the Vine, nigga. This shit get on there. I don't want y'all seeing why I come home every night.
That's right. We may do it on an episode that says like on date night or whatnot.
Yeah, I pitched that idea to her. She was like, I don't know, we gonna be on there talking. I'm like, that is
what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Now you're not scared? Now you not. Yeah, you scared. You gonna talk about she
got
scared.
heart. She got heart. She like, yeah, I got this, man.
Yeah, she got the heart of the fucking cowardly lion. I love you. I gotta sleep out here again. Damn, I gotta sleep out here again.
Damn.
Anyway, Doc. So you want to talk about that Zootopia that you watched?
Yeah, I've been watching. So anyway,
we're gonna call this section late ass movies already on DVD film reviews.
It's out everywhere. If you ain't seen it, you're an idiot because it's out everywhere. Don't pay for it.
I would like that. If you ain't seen it, I don't want to hear shit about no fucking spoilers review.
Yeah. Here's your spoiler. We're about to spoil the fuck out of the movie, all right?
So, it's a cartoon about animals, nigga.
Everybody dies.
If somebody was yes, everyone dies. The bear dies, the lion dies, the sheep die. Mike Vick is in it. He kills the dogs.
So the wolf eats the bunny.
The wolf eats the bunny.
And then out of all the animals, the sheep wins. Fuck.
Is it?
So you just had like a moment, though. Yeah.
I don't know because she's like motioning around her breast, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
come on, man. I'm like, huh? hey, I come back. I'm just like, what? What happened?
Shit, don't be like my brother that all of a sudden the screen goes black for like 30 minutes and then comes back and be like, I've been here the whole time, guys. I've been here the whole time.
Your brother was smoking weed and jacking off, dog. Two things you should never do at the same time.
I mean, he wasn't doing none of that. I got you, Mike.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
No, but for real, man. So your overall rating before we talk about it.
I think
so. We do like 1 out of 5.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, what we doing?
We do. Since we gonna have the Pussycat song, we'll do the 1 to 5 Pussycats.
So like if we ever have a website, is it gonna be like a Pussycat icon or like actual like the JJ? Like.
I don't know, whatever iTunes.
I mean, because Pete is gonna be like, if we give it like half a cat, like, it's gonna look bad.
That is true. But can we just give it? Don't they have like a cat body? That'd be the full one, and then there's like a cat head. Can that be the half?
How about we just stick with stars?
I don't like stars, dog. That's so.
Let's do crosses.
That's so burning crosses.
Let's do that. If it's burnt, if it's on fire, it's lit. That shit
1
lit.
to 5. 1 to 5 burning crosses, nigga. Nigga, 5 out of 5 Klansmen and would enjoy this movie.
Man, I don't know if I don't think this episode might. I don't think it might make it to iTunes. I don't even know if it's gonna get uploaded to YouTube.
Hey, bro, no, we'll stick to the stars. That's fine.
Yeah, but anyway, so we just do 5. I think first of all, I wanted to see it for them since, like I saw the preview.
Yeah.
I like little kids movie. I am not a predator. I just like just
the way you said it, dog. It's like a nigga.
it's
It's like a nigga on a van.
You know, it's like there's like, it's like when you say I love children, it's like there's no easy way of saying that shit. Like you just gotta say it. Like
I love kids
yeah,
of all shapes and sizes.
there's no way of saying it. It's like I love being around kids. Like damn. I love
I don't
having
like
little girls. No.
I don't have any kids, but I love to babysit. Yes, I'm 39 years old.
Right. So, but no, I mean, I like the movie. I think the title Zootopia, obviously, the play on word of like the zoo and the utopia, basically like a perfect animal.
Bro, what is your overall rating before we get started?
We're doing 5 stars, the best.
Yeah, do 5 stars the best.
Because I think there's room for improvement.
Wow.
I'm gonna give it a 4 star. That's my.
You are a Mexican nigga. That's why. I just think
I give it 4 out of 5. Easy, like easy 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I gave it 5, bro. But
yeah.
So we got overall rating. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I mean I think it's a pretty good movie. Obviously, it's a Disney, right? Yeah, it's a Disney flick. So I think it's pretty good. I think it's cute. The animation is really good. The characters, the personification of the characters is really good. You can adapt to them really well. I mean, you can relate to them really well, especially like already from the beginning. The little bunny making, already having like the aspirations of like wanting. She knew what she wanted to be right from the get go, and she never let.
She wanted to do something that no bunny has ever done.
Right, and I don't know if it's because she wanted it because of the challenge, or if it was because that's kind of what I had a question is like, man, do you want to do it because of the challenge, or do you want to do it because you legitimately want to, serve and protect? And easily it applies to what's going on to today. It's like, some of these cops.
I can't remember. So was it when her friend got bullied in the beginning? Wasn't that when she kind of made the thing where she wanted to be a cop?
Yeah, I mean, even then, no, because it opened up with the play, and like one of them wanted to be an action.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was gonna be a police. You're right.
Loose. This is like the review, right?
No, I'm just saying. I just like, yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, it just brought up the question right off the bat. It's like, are you doing it because of because you're told you can't do it, and it hasn't been done, of the challenge? Or is it because you legitimately want to serve and protect, at the beginning, it was like because I felt like she wanted to do it because, she was being told that she can't do it. And a lot of us, I can relate to that. Like, I got my degrees, I got my master's and my undergrad. And mainly I got my undergrad because I know no one in my family has ever gotten it. So I was the first one, and I was always told that I wasn't going to get one, but I did it. And then I said, I challenged myself to get the master's because I know the majority have said, like, you'll never get that, Frank. You know what I mean? So I could kind of relate to that. Then after that, I mean, kind of grow. She has interactions with the wolf. I forget what his name was. It's a wolf.
Nick
and
Wilde.
The bully.
Oh, the big wolf.
No, when she was still little. The one that pushed
Yeah, so
her and gave her the scratch on her face or whatever. You didn't watch the
yeah,
movie, did you?
I did watch the movie, bro. I'm saying you like said the wolf.
There's two wolves. There's two wolves.
I
There's the
know,
first
dog,
one.
like be clear, nigga. Like the wolf, she later on she hooks up with the wolf, and it's like, all right, man.
But yeah, so I mean, I think in that kind of that interaction when she got bullied, but she ultimately like got back. I think like the tickets or whatever it was that bully got from the other kids or the other little animals.
Yeah,
but I think it all flows pretty good.
Pickpocket.
Yeah, I think it all flows pretty well. Kind of let you know that it wasn't easy for her, but she almost gave up, but she stuck through it, and finally got on the force. And right here, I just thought about it this morning. So what the Rooney Rule is in the NFL. You have to interview
you have to
minority or black coach. Yeah. So
minority or black coach. Minority refers to all minorities in the
sure, but we know it's because there's not that many Hispanics in the league, so it's blacks.
Because you guys are not very fast. You guys are not very fast. You can't catch. You're not very big, so you can't block. So you guys make great field goal kickers, though. Shout out to the Grammaticus.
You see America, like
I'm just saying, bro. Name a. Ooh, I get Tony Gonzalez. Is that your God? Is that your God?
Did he just have the Gonzalez because like he was like from San Diego or California?
Nah, man, that dude was fucking like really Mexican. He's a big ass curly haired Mexican dog. Come on, man.
But anyway, yeah. So the Zootopia, I mean, it was good overall. I think it flowed. There's a lot of issues, man. There's like there's this, you have the different areas like the tundra, the tropic, the desert, and then you also have the little areas where the little hamsters and all that stuff live. But it's crazy because in the Zootopia, you would think that all animals are not necessarily created equal, but they all should kind of work with each other, right?
Be treated equally.
But then again, there's still divisions, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even in the quote unquote Zootopia, there's still division. Granted, a lot of it is because of temperate climates. Like polar bears can't live in the desert, but whatever.
But then they have polar bears on the police force?
No, I didn't see one. I saw.
I swear to God, they had a big ass polar bear in that motherfucking police force.
No, the bears were the mafia henchmen.
Yeah, I know that, but I thought they had some. Hold on, bro. I'm not about to look that shit up. Yes, I know they had the polar bears when they had like the little mafia, and they was controlling shit with the little was it a little rat? That was the Godfather, whatever the fuck that was all about. I don't know.
I don't know what he was.
He was a mole. Was he a mole?
He might have been.
Oh, I don't know.
But anyway, I enjoy it. I liked it. My favorite part, though. My favorite.
Could you yawn right into the microphone, please?
My favorite part of the whole movie, though, too. It's when they go to the slough.
Nigga, they go to the nigga. That DMV scene. Bro, I could be about to murder somebody, dog. You play that shit, they getting away. Cause I'm gonna be laughing for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
I embarrassed my kids, dog. I was laughing so loud.
What do you call a 3-hump camel? The dude said pregnant, and the fucking slop is like,
hey, dog. When he was typing on them keys, nigga, with that big ass slow finger. But the shit is though, nigga, that you laugh though, cause you like, wait a minute, that's like the DMV for real, nigga. They be slow as shit, nigga. They made your biggest pain, one of your biggest pains as an adult, hilarious, dog. No motherfucking citizen of the United States in any state wants to fucking go to the DMV. Why? Because they slow as shit.
For real, that yeah.
Because you see the previews, right? And so as soon as they was walking into the DMV, I was already laughing because I knew what was coming, dog. I was done.
Yeah.
When he hit that hi, I was like, done. I'm just gonna put my drink down and start laughing.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody in this movie theater.
Yeah, I was laughing. I mean, the whole time. I mean, it's supposed to be like a little kids movie, but like I said, it's a lot of stuff, man.
But all
a lot of
movies
messaging behind it.
All those movies nowadays, they have those underlying adult themes because as young Logan gets older, you'll start having to explain, well, what do they mean by that? What do they mean by that? And then you really realize like how they put those how they put those adult themes, those adult jokes, that adult humor, these larger, concepts that kids, don't grab. They see, but they can't kind of grasp it. Because I've got to witness it with my own children as they go from, taking them to when they go into movies like 4 or 5 to now I got, 18, 16, 11 about to be 12-year-olds, and they're getting that humor now. But I remember when they redid was that Peabody and Mr. Sherman. My daughter got some of those inside jokes, but the twins are still kind of like, huh? Oh yeah, but they're boys too, so all boys are slightly retarded. But they were still like, I don't get it. But now they kind of get those larger adult concepts that a lot of these cartoons are now putting in there because they know that parents are going to be bringing their kids to this, and parents don't want to fucking suffer.
Yeah, I mean, I like the movie, and we keep watching it, and I'm pretty sure what I like about the movies, like the little, I guess the cartoon movies, the animated movies, is that it kind of helps. Not that I'm a parent, but you always been a parent. It's like it can open up the it can open the lines of communication with your kids or I mean, because like even our nephews that are a little bit older now, if they watch the movie, they'll pick up on certain things, and they'll ask me questions about it, and then I can explain it to them in a way that they wouldn't be able to understand it. Obviously, some things can't be easily explained, but it makes it a little bit easier to at least like open the lines of communication. So that's what I like about the animated movies, especially like I mean, if you have like messages like that can be easily like right now, I'm not saying to go ahead and do that. Watch Zootopia with your kids, and then look at what what police officers and how you could say like what is it they do and how it's supposed to be, and then you could be like, okay, this is not happening.
Go ahead.
Like this is not happening in the real world right now, but this is how it should be. So, and this is how we're supposed to be acting. But I mean, like I said, I think it opens the lines of communication.
They do a good job of covering race, but doing it with the whole thing is as far as using animals or whatever. So, and I'm guessing white bunny rabbits represent white women.
Well, that is true. You know what? I'm going
to lamb and think that, and I'm guessing brown foxes represent niggas. I'm for this movie. That's what I'm guessing. Even though they were both voiced by 2 white people, because I think Jason Bateman, he did the voice of Nick Wilde.
He did the fox.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, Nick's was he? He was a fox. Yeah, he did the voice of Nick Wilde. And then I like how Idris Elba was that big ass African water buffalo. That's a little racist. I see you. I peeped that shit, dog. Like, hold on, why this nigga got to be this big ass water buffalo? No, I'm just playing. Black actors' lives matter too, dog. Get that nigga a job. Get your check, Idris. I'm joking. I don't give a fuck. But no, man, yeah, they did a good job as far as like portraying some of the ills of our society, and using animals and making it cute and making it laugh, and seeing how quickly we are to rush to saying, oh, one bad seed of this group leads to the condemnation of the whole group. So we had, so we'll backtrack a little bit. You haven't seen the movie, so basically it's Zootopia. All these animals are getting along, and for the most part, like even like the predators, like the foxes, the bears, all these animals that are living in peace because they have evolved over so many years to where like there's no hierarchy as far as like prey and predator. So everyone's the police chief. Well, not the police chief. The police chief, the police chief was Idris Elba, but the mayor was a lion, and his fucking assistant was a sheep, right, or a lamb or whatever, right? So basically, it's saying that we, these animals have evolved so much over the years that prey and predator work alongside, and so in 30 Pieces, I already gave the whole. Go ahead.
Hold on. And so you said that they hide racism or whatever, but I think here they use the word the savageness.
Well, no, I'm not saying that they didn't hide racism. I'm saying they did a good job of portraying racism in the guise of animals.
Savages, yeah.
Right.
They can control your savageness or whatever and keep it under control.
Not so much savageness, because you come to find out later on that they had been drugged or whatever the fuck, but not so much control, but everyone had evolved, but still that whole mindset from, I guess, I don't know how many years it passed where animals evolved that they fucking live. It's a cartoon, people. So at some point in time in the fucking time continuum of animals, they all got along. So, but still, someone thought that, there's a way to play on that mindset that's hit, because they're still animals. It's nature. It's ingrained in them that there are still predators, and if we make one predator look bad, then we can start to make all predators look bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. They didn't hide it. As a matter of fact, the whole thing of the movie was they were trying to bring it to light. But the mayor, who himself was a predator, he was a big ass lion, was trying to hey, shh, we need to keep this quiet about the predator outbreak. So
and try to
find like he was
on the back side. But
like he was saying, so like 30 Pieces said, so the whole thing with the rabbit, Judy Hopps growing up, wants to be a cop, and hey man, also something that was funny is the fact that they portrayed her family, nigga, she had 100 brothers and sisters, dog.
But she was like the only one that made it out. Like, what happened?
The only one that had common sense, nigga, to leave home. Nigga, like I said, it was some shit in there, dog. Like, kids won't get it, because as adults we know the little joke fucking like a rabbit or whatever the fuck. But dog, she literally had 100 brothers and sisters, dog. And moms and pops look like some real down to earth, like Wisconsin farmers, nigga. But they was getting their fuck on. I mean, they didn't show it, but that's what's to be inferred. That pops is getting in there when so his mom was ready to go. He getting that fucking that two pump chump in, dog. that it's the Rock. But like I said, dog, all of that. But it's like I said, I was laughing, bro. But yeah, so her parents was perverts. They was fucking every night. I'm just joking. That's probably why she wanted. That's probably why she wanted to leave though, dog. Cause can you imagine like every other week hearing "Boom Goes the Dynamite," nigga, and you in the house with 100 other motherfuckers, dog? Could you? I mean, and I know. No, I'm not so actually, I'm about to get racist. So maybe she wasn't a white woman. Maybe she was Mexican, dog. Because there was 100 people in one house. There you go. There was 100 people in one house. Either Mexican or Asian, dog. All right, I'm done.
Hey, but so like, hey, but touching up on Judy though, like, okay, so all the other rabbits, all the 100 rabbits were like about the same age and same size. But
Yes.
So was she the? So was she like the? So did they go like? Did they fucking had her, and then like go 20 years without
we can deep
fucking
into it.
again?
I guess. I think the other ones are just. I think the other rabbits just had extra chromosomes, dog.
Because like none of them grew up to be that big and then that smart. So was she the one? Like was she the breakthrough child?
You might have been the mystical, magical white woman. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but no. So she, so she goes to the. So she basically she gets accepted to the police academy, first rabbit to do it. And so of course, she goes through it. So you can look at it two ways. I mean, and so they also play on the. Even though there were women, whatever animals on the force, yeah, I can't remember. That's another thing. So I can't remember. So that whole thing of they did a lot of things for like sexism, her being a small female rabbit, she won't be able to do the job. She won't be able to handle the responsibilities that the larger male animals can. So they also, like I said, there's all these underlying adult themes in there that that are good for. That were done appropriately for children, in my opinion. But also, like 30 Pieces said, so your child comes home, was like, why did they think that she could do this? Or why did they she can do that? Because of course, children are going to see, they're not going to see a rabbit, they're going to see a girl, because children used to say girl or boy, a girl rabbit. Why didn't they think that? So, it opens up a door for parents to have that healthy discussion with children at a young age. So yeah, so now she's in the city. She's on the job. Big water buffalo African Idra is there, basically like, I don't give a fuck what you did. Fuck your scores at the academy. Oh yeah, and she did have and I do like how they showed her going through the academy, showing that it wasn't all easy for her, how hard she had to work, and also making a point to show that she had to work twice as hard to be just as good as a lot of her counterparts to get that respect, which does happen as far as like with women, with minorities. So once again, another theme that comes into place, in our everyday society, boom, it's right there. Also, she's fucking twice as small as all her counterparts, but she's expected to do the same job, which is, right. Which I think is the point of being equal. Like, yes, I may be smaller, fatter, heavier, slower, and that's okay. I'm still willing to put in the work to get the same respect as my counterparts. I think a lot of people want. So also, once again, the movie does a good job of making that counterbalance of they did not take it easy on her just because she was a small, not white, but gray whitish rabbit. But I still think she's playing the role of a white woman breaking through that glass ceiling of the African water buffalo.
You know what's interesting though? Like, you mentioned like you described her as I knew that she was a female,
right?
But I didn't really think about it until you actually started mentioning her and describing her as a female. I mean, the whole time I was watching the movie, even now I'm like, yo, I still see her as a rabbit only. You know what I mean? Like,
because all lives matter to you, Frank.
Well, not necessarily like a female rabbit, but now like I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, hold up, dog. You might be hitting on something here. Like, it is, she was a female rabbit, and that makes it shouldn't make it shouldn't change how I approach it or how I see it, but it does though, because it feeds into a lot of the stuff that goes on right now, even in our regular daily lives. It's like, women, not necessarily just minorities, but women also fall into the minority group, and then they also have to not necessarily just meet the standard, but more often than not, they have to surpass those.
Because what you see, and of course they can't portray that in a cartoon that's supposed to be here for children. But what you see is you see a lot in the military. We've seen a lot in the military is we know a lot of women who do the work, who do a lot of hard work. And there's a lot of hardworking soldiers out there, female, male, all that shit. And they, work hard, do what they're supposed to do, stay focused, get to a certain status. And 9 times out of 10, the first thing that comes from their male counterparts is, oh, she fucked her way to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there were soldiers I had to check on that shit. It's like, I don't think you were there for him, and I won't say his name, but I know we're getting off track. I guess it does relate. I don't know, but we had our ACU. ACU is our not ACU. Our what was it? ASUs. Our service uniform, which is our blues, whatever the fuck. Our blue dress uniforms would look all good in. We have all our ribbons that we won from our campaigns. We went and did America's hard work. Ha ha ha. But
The ASU is the one that looks like the suit and tuxedo.
Yeah, there we go. So used to be the greens, the army greens, but the pickle suit. This male soldier was so upset that this female soldier, had a rack. And when we say rack, we're not talking about tits. We say rack in the military. You have a rack. That's where all your ribbons go. It literally goes on a little metal, a few metal. The more you get, the more racks you need to put your ribbons on. So that's your rack. So he was mad that she had a bigger rack than his, and he was just like, she probably fucked her way, blah blah blah, this and all this shit. And I'm like, dog, she's had like 2 to 3 more deployments than you. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Just because you a fat fuck and you don't want to, and you scared to leave the comfort of Kansas, don't be mad at her. Right. She volunteered for fucking 2 more deployments, bro. Are you serious right now? Yeah. I mean, of course, and then of course, what happens is, and I hate that. I need to be better at not sounding so angry, because I really want to talk to people and debate them, and debate is a healthy thing to me. But because I'm 6'3", 240 pounds, when I come off with people, you shut the fuck up, and I don't want them to shut up. I want to learn your source of ignorance, so that way maybe we can fix it, or I just know that you just an ignorant fuck, and I just know not to fuck with you no more. That's
interesting that you want to fix, like. I mean,
well, no, because ignorance is just the lack of knowledge, right? It's just I don't know. If you're ignorant of something, doesn't mean that you're stupid or retarded, or you can't be fixed. It just means that you are ignorant and you just don't know. So there's a few types of ignorance, where it's like the ignorance of I just don't know, and there may be ignorance of I just don't care to know, and there's the ignorance of I have chosen to believe this because it fits my view of the world. So that first one, maybe we can fix, right? Maybe you don't know no better. Maybe you grew up in a household where your daddy he was a piece of shit, or maybe he wasn't present, and you hate your mama because she was the only parent you had to hate. So now you hate all women. We can talk about it, get you on the right path, and maybe we can fix it. Now, if you just a dumb motherfucker who thinks all women ain't shit, then I can't do nothing about that, bro. But I can help fix the first one. We getting off point, dog. Let's get back to the movie, dog.
Yeah, but that's interesting that you want to fix it. Like, I guess that's where me and you differ. Like, I mean,
you don't want to help ignorant motherfuckers that can be helped.
I wouldn't mind. Damn, I mean, I wouldn't mind educating or providing education. But
okay, you know what? My bad.
But it's not my job.
You're right.
To fix them.
I want to educate them. You're right. My bad. Bad choice of word. Words do matter. Okay. Words do matter. Shout out to No Agenda. Words do matter. You're right. I want to educate them. My bad.
And let them decide. Right. Like niggas that don't want to be taught, don't
okay, so I want to educate them in hopes of fixing it, of fixing their ignorance. Is that better?
I guess I'm really having a hard issue with the word fixing though. That's because I feel like,
well, no, I don't want to fix them. I want to educate them in hopes of their ignorance is fixed. Right, that's what I just said. Is that better?
I mean, it's slightly, but it's just like for me, it's like if you say to fix something, then you've identified a problem, and now you're giving them a solution. But what if that person doesn't want to take that solution?
That's why I said
you could probably want to influence them. They could alter.
That's why I said there's a few type of ignorance, and I said the very first one is one that can probably be fixed, right? Yeah. I gave 3 examples of ignorance, bro. Yeah, and I said the first one probably can be fixed. If you don't know better, you never do better, right? So if I get you in touch, Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, it was interesting, like knowing you. I know you like to help, and I like to help too. But it's
Yeah.
not our. But it's not our. We can't. I guess
Right,
like
I can't sit idly by while someone just says something like that a soldier who I know and respect is just fucking and sucking to get army badges, nigga. What? So I can't
right.
sit idly by. And this soldier also said some other ignorant things when we had a kind, you know. I know y'all won't believe this, but I am the EO rep for the equal opportunity rep for our unit. Ha ha, that's a joke, right?
I think you've been the EO reps since like my second year in the unit there.
When I went to the EO rep class, they said, "Why are you here?" Nobody thought it was funny, but I laughed inside my head. I said, "Because I was the only black guy standing around when they asked to volunteer."
Because everybody else is shorter than you, though.
Yeah, but nah, bro, I can't. It's just me, man. I just can't sit. I've been raised by women, dog. I love women, and I got like my mom, who was on the police force 8 years. She got fucked up doing a raid on a building. That's the only reason why her career was cut short. I got sisters who done they hardest. I got one sister, she doing her thing as far as in marketing and ads up in fucking Colorado. I got another sister, Duke Law graduate, who did her thing. So when you come at me and talking about women just sucking and fucking to get to the top, I'm like, where you getting this information from? I mean, now does it happen? Yeah, but so do men. Men fuck to get to the top.
Men get fucked to get to the top too.
Men get fucked. Men fuck to get to the top. There are
Yeah.
women on top who fuck men, but the majority of it is men are on top, right? And a lot of it is women do a lot of hard fucking work to get where they at. In the discussion.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to this movie, bro. So where we at? We talking about the white woman savior rabbit. I'm joking. People get mad at me. But no, we talking about the rabbit. So she's in the city. She gets there, and she has, she goes to the academy, does the hard work, because at first she was fucking up, but then she does the hard work, gets ahead. And she gets to the city. And pretty much what happens when you're the new guy, you get the shit job. So her job is, of course, to be the meter maid for the most part. So she's out putting out parking tickets. But true to her thing of wanting to be the best and proving herself, she puts out. That's funny. I'm like, she putting out the most parking tickets. For the average citizen, that's not a good thing. Like, nigga, she was waiting. She was sitting. So that's another thing. But I like how they made fun or poke fun and pointed out a lot of things that we hate about our everyday lives as adults. The meter maid. I hate that they call them meter maids because they're men who do that shit too. So the ticketing person, damn, my glasses are crooked. So the ticketing person, that's not helping. That's not. There we go. My headphones are fucking.
So you got a big ass nose, dog.
I do. That's because I like to snort the cocaine that you brought to me. But anyway, so she's out there she's a ticket person, whatever the fuck. And like I was saying, but it makes fun of the things that we hate, man. Like there are actually people out there who are like, that's their job to give out tickets, to wait, sit and wait, knowing that meter's gonna go off. And as soon as that shit hits zero, you getting a ticket. And that's what she was doing. But I laughed at it because it's like that's another adult thing that we fucking despise. It's like, God damn it, motherfucker! This shit just hit zero. And it's never happened to me, but I know people have happened to where they're walking out of the building as the motherfucker is writing the ticket because your shit just went to zero.
Yeah, I saw that too, and it's like, and it's like, it's crazy because like we want cops to do their job, right, to be good at their job. Right. She was good. She was doing her job to the T. And then
we want cops to be good at their job as long as it doesn't involve inconveniencing us. But that goes with any person, right? Any service related job, we want that person to be good at it as long as it doesn't involve inconveniencing us.
Right. And maybe benefit us on the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because if you did the due diligence, and now I get an extra 15% off because you found something where they overcharged me, and now I get a fucking discount. Hooray! But if you do the due diligence and found out that I underpaid 3 months ago, now I owe an additional $30. Fuck you.
Right.
So
But anyway, I think the movie was good. Go ahead and finish it off, bro.
I'm gonna wrap it up. So yeah, I mean, I guess the big thing is as far as like she's trying to be good, trying to do good, wants to do good, wants to be, be a good, good cop. She basically gets caught up in a scam with the Fox, Nick Wilde. He has, I don't know what, I can't find his little sidekick who was pretending to be a baby that you find out is actually a fucking grown ass man whose voice is deeper than my daddy's, nigga. So in real life. But then also, I mean, but they go back to like some of that Looney Tunes shit where they had baby Huey, whatever the fuck, back in the days where everyone thought it was a baby, but it's actually like this gangster baby that had fucking Tommy guns and shit, and they just use it to use the baby because he was small, so they used the baby shit as a ploy to get him around and shit. But if you fuck with him, he'd come out the motherfucking crib with this fucking Tommy gun. So going back to my childhood, but yeah, so they roll up, so they get caught up in that, find out that he's a motherfucking a con man and all this shit, and she gets mad about that. But then she turn around and she needs him because he knows some of the inner workings of the underground. And then from there we find out his own story as far as like he wanted to be a part of the normal society. He wanted to be different than the other wolves and be accepted. And basically got bullied by some of his he was the whatever the Zootopia version is, the Boy Scouts. He got bullied by them motherfuckers. So now he's like, fuck everybody, which does happen, right? People get ostracized, people get bullied, and then they fucking walk up into the school one day and kill all their classmates. He just happened that I'm not gonna kill my classmates, I'm gonna become a con man, which he did. So then they get along, they get together and come, they start investigating why are all these creatures who were in the, under the category of savage, who have been living normal lives for years, now all of a sudden walking out, they had, what was it, a badger or a wolverine? Was that the one that the case, it was a badger that basically had been fine, been a normal person, animal, and then one night decides he goes crazy and fucking attacks a cab driver and everybody else.
Right.
And you said I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it was good. I mean, I think the overall message was really good.
Yeah, but you reviewing it. We're gonna finish reviewing it, or what are we gonna do?
We can keep going. I mean,
but you're not heading to it. Anyway, so
yeah, I'm just letting you enjoy. I'm just letting you enjoy your new microphone, bro. I know you've been dying to use it.
No, I don't care about the microphone. You said you want to review the movie, so we're gonna review the movie. So anyway, so that gets into the whole thing of the movie. The bigger thing in the movie is as far as so you got one or two predators animals that are characterized as predators, and they go crazy wherever the fuck. And so now the whole thing is all predators are going bad. We gotta lock them up, and we see that now. We've seen in the past. We see now some of the rhetoric as far as like immigrants and Muslims. You gotta lock them up. They gotta pass a Sharia law test. Newt Gingrich, that nigga, look, how you a grown ass man? You like a motherfucking infant, dog. Oh, infant face ass nigga. Talking about, anyway, I hate him. I hope that nigga fall off a stage like Bob Dole, dog. I hope that nigga fall so hard, dog. Anyway, I hate that shit. But anyway, so but yeah, so basically it's a scare. The predators are starting to attack the prey again. Blah blah blah, all this shit. And then so Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps, they're investigating all this shit. Come to find out there's some plan or something that can be used to make the motherfucking bring out the wild and the predators again. I think it's called Night Wild or some shit like that. They can make the predators wild, and you come to find out
night
that
crawlers.
Night crawlers. There we go. Come to find, and they thought it was an animal or something, but it all, like all movies, it always goes back to your childhood. So what happened is
my bad. Night howlers.
Night howlers. There we go. So what happens is Judy, I forget, something with her and Nick, they end up getting set up and shit gets all fucked up. So Judy ends up going back home, and then the wolf, was it a wolf or a coyote? I can't remember.
It was a wolf.
The wolf that had bullied her, do whatever, found out, he was young, and when you're young, you're able to change. Now he's an adult and he has a nice life, and he's helping her. He sells shit to her parents, and somehow, some way, he ends up saying something about night howlers or something, and she's like, "Oh shit! Wait a minute, that is right. This plant make niggas. Basically, it's like the I guess it's like the crack of motherfucking animals. I guess it make a nigga just want to eat through walls, go to a construction site, cut out all the copper tubing and sell it to whoever so they can get another crack fix. So
what's the drug that made people act like zombies? We had that what's that shit called though? You know what I mean?
Well, I know down here we have plutonium. We have some what is that shit though? It's basically that synthetic weed that said it was fucking everybody up. We have down in Raleigh, we have plutonium, dog. Niggas was they was coming to the ER fucked up. But yeah. So then she's like, okay. But at this point in time, I gotta jump back. So at this point in time, she'd already fucked up her relationship with Nick Wilde because she hit him with that. All the other predators are bad, but you different. So basically, if you any kind of minority, you at some point in time, you may or may not have been hit by your white friends them other niggas is bad, but you different.
Yeah, and I'm glad you touched on that too. You went back to that. It wasn't that he was trying to do good and all that, and they thought that the friendship was okay, going well, but then she started blabbing at the mouth and saying that that when they found the badge or whatever, that it was something is affecting the savageness or the predatory is coming out of like their
natural instinct.
Yeah,
like when people say niggas have a natural instinct to being criminals, like a motherfucker said last week.
Right, and so she just basically goes off and opens up the mouth, and to me, I think she was in her mind. It's kind of like shout out Megyn Kelly, and what's that one chick, Robin Williams, whatever her name is, Wendy Williams, just fucking. Sometimes you just gotta think about.
She's staying on the level of Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly is a whole nother bag of fuckery.
It's just one of those things, man. It's like sometimes you just gotta think about what you're saying before you say it, and to her it sounded right. It's like, hey, you know what, predators have a natural instinct, and if you're in the kingdom, if you were born a predator, even though you're nice or whatever, that's always ingrained in you, it's inside you. So it can always come out. Is it going to come out? No. And what the fox Nick was trying to say is like, hold up, and you know me, like it's just something like it's like me saying like, yo, like all black people, like they have that instinct of being savages or criminals, whatever. But then I'm coming at you and be like, nah, but my dude,
but not my nigga KC.
No, yeah, he's alright though. He cool, you know what I mean? Or something like I've experienced this too. It's like, I told people that I was an immigrant. We were at a party, and I was telling the dude like, yo, I'm like, I was an immigrant. He had made like an illegal immigrant comment saying, and I'm like, hey, dude, I'm an illegal immigrant. He's like, nah, no, you're not. No, you're not.
No, you're not. You're my friend, and I know what illegal immigrants look like.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm like, nah, dude, I was an illegal immigrant. Yeah, I mean, you know me now, but you didn't know me before I got to this point. So, you know, we all have been drinking too. So I kind of got semi-serious, but you know, and then I was like, oh, you know, I was just fucking with you. It was just the easy path. It was just the easy path, and the
Yeah,
guy's
you gotta
wife, the
stop
guy's
giving
wife,
motherfuckers easy pass.
yeah, the guy's wife, you know, kind of pulled me to the side and was like, you know, I know you said that just to kind of die it down, but let me apologize, you know, in advance. And I'm like, how
Nah,
you
fuck
doing?
that.
I'm like,
He need to apologize.
but check this out though. So as soon as I said like, no, I was just fucking with you. So he was like, oh yeah, I knew it, man. I knew it. And I was like, man. But anyway, so the next time I saw him,
you gave him the easy out, bruh.
yeah. But then the next day I seen him and I was like, and he was like, man, my bad. I am so sorry about that. You know, and I'm like, you know, it happens, man. But I felt that like, yo, like I felt Nick though. I'm like, hold
Nah,
up, dog.
that shit don't happen, dog.
You just saw me, but like I think, you know, even though she's trying to break barriers, and we're guilty of this, and I've done this before, but I'm trying to get better at it. Is we're trying to break barriers, right? But at the same times, I have my own prejudices and or stereotypes that I fall into, and I know because I know of my community, and so it's like I always fall back into some of those prejudices that I had before, even though I know better. And I've done that shit in the past. And I'm like, I catch myself. I'm like, yo, hold up, what am I doing? Though? Like, not all Hispanics are crooks. Not all black people are crooks. Not all white people are good people. You know what I mean? Like, you mentioned that, like, you know, you could be wearing a fucking suit and you look clean cut and everything, but that you're fucking a criminal, dog. You're just a different. You're making a blue collar crime, though.
A lot of mobsters wore a lot of suits, bro.
Yeah, so and it's like I'm guilty of this of like, you know, I've done it in the past. Like I've fallen into like that. I don't know why, but I was just like running out the mouth and I just made an ignorant ass comment, not knowing what the fuck I just said. Like, yo, and so I felt nicked. I'm like, yo, and he was like, yo, you know, for like a better term, he was like, yo, bitch, what the fuck? You know, I felt like that's what he really wanted to say. Like, you just fucked me, man. Like, what the fuck are you saying? And then, you know, she realized that, and then she went back to the chief of the police, and because they want to make her the face of the police department, and the mayor wanted to make her the face of like his program of all inclusion and all that stuff. And she quit. She didn't quit because she didn't quit because it was wrong. She quit because it felt she wasn't doing the right thing and she wasn't being the right cop. So, and she heard her friend, like, you know, this stranger that she knew nothing of before at the beginning of the movie, and didn't know how well she was gonna get to know him in like 12 hours or whatever it was.
Right.
And she learned more from him and about him than, like, in other words, there was more to me than meets the eye. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that, you know, that opens up the lines of communication. Is like, hey, you know, don't judge a book by a cover type of thing. You don't know everybody's history. You mentioned Nick that he wanted he joined like the equivalent of the Boy Scouts in the movie, and he wanted to do that. He was excited to do that, but then, you know, the same crew turned back on him and being assholes to him. And instead of him being a deviant or being a criminal or whatever, he was a member of society, a functioning member of society, but was gonna hustle. In other words, you know what I mean? Like, his way, he was gonna manipulate and hustle his way into it, to making a living. But where he really wanted to be was that he wanted to do good. And I think
he wanted to do good, but he was showing it, like we saw, like I said, with that. Damn, my bad. He was shown at an early age, and when he was with their version of the Boy Scouts, or whatever, that this is all people will see me as, and so he used that to play on people also, right? So he used his own thing as far as like people only see me as this predator or this lesser than. And so that was also part of his hustle, right? Because people he would play on that, and people would see him as lesser and think lesser of him, think him to be not as smart. And That's how he got. He got his paper.
Yeah,
For less of a better word.
yeah. I mean, I
But
think
yeah,
that.
man. But go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Oh no, I
I
mean,
mean,
like, I think at the end, like, I think it all came back full circle, and I think they squashed it. You know what I'm saying? I think, I think Nick. I know the movie opens up with the bunny and all that stuff, and Shakira and all that stuff, but like, I think Nick really they didn't do a really good job of promoting his character. To be honest, I think he had a bigger role in the movie, and I think even though the bunny had growth as a character, I think Nick made the biggest growth, and I think he had there was more. It was a more of an important role for him. Um, that I think that in comparison to the bunny or the rabbit or Judy or whatever, but and it
I
was
think it was bigger for her actually.
think so. Well, because
Maybe I think maybe equal for both because Nick opened himself up to be able to. I like how deep we're getting about a cartoon, but Nick was able to open
it
himself
is a
up
cartoon.
to friendship and to be able to say to be able to believe in like this normal society that he thought had just basically fuck him, fuck you, you're a predator, you're a dumb fox or whatever. And then Judy, basically found her footing, was able to trust more in her ability as a cop, but also to wake up her own. We talk about ignorance, wake up her own ignorance to that. Yeah, technically, Nick did fall under the guise of a predator, but we all have evolved, right? We evolved to the point where here I am, a bunny rabbit on the police force. So why can't a fox evolve to just a normal working, active citizen animal of the Zootopia? So I think there was growth on both parts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nick
we got really deep about a
yeah,
cartoon.
to her, like Nick fit the mold, fit the description of what like I guess a criminal or predator should be.
Right. But you never know, man. Like my mentor in the military, Sergeant First Class Kramer. I met him, he was Staff Sergeant First Class Kramer. I mean, here we are, a white man from mid Missouri, and if y'all know about mid Missouri, a lot of Confederate ties there. Here I am, some large Negro from Kansas City, Missouri, two unlikely friends. And I mean, it wasn't all good and great to begin with. Matter of fact, like one of the I told you this story, like one of our first field exercises together before we went out to the field. You spend like 2 or 3 days in the barracks making sure all your equipment and shit's dressed before you go out and do your 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever, in the field. So we're all out drinking with this cash we're attached to, getting, drinking. What people do in the military when they ain't gotta drive nowhere. And this is what 19. No, it's not 1990. This is like 2002. Yeah. So there was a guy with us who was Hispanic at that time, Specialist Hernandez. And he said, for a colored boy and a brown, you two are all right. Now, you've met Sergeant Kramer, and you never would have thought that he would say something like that ever, right? But we talk about this, in this movie, that growth and his growth as far as like coming as a white man growing up in Missouri, who had family members who were in the Klan, and he himself not wanting to be, he said, you talk to him, he had some views as far as black people growing up, but the military opened him up to that. And later on in life, because I made a joke about it, and you could tell, even though I had forgotten about it, was over it, because that's not the worst thing a white man has ever said to me. And at that point in time, he was not my friend or my mentor at that point in time. That would come much later. But you could tell how much that hurt him that he had said that to me so many years ago, right? And I mean, and that's that growth. And also with me, of course, there are things that white men have done to me, said to me, that made me, even my own father, my stepdad, not my biological father, my stepdad, born in Mississippi, on the police force of Kansas City during the 70s and the 80s. So and not only on the police force, you're talking about high-ranking officials. So a lot of racism. He was a major on the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department, one of the lead homicide detectives in the 80s, in early 90s at that time. So a lot of racism still in the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. And I remember at that point in time, I was in 95. No, 95 I graduated. So 93, I was going to Blue Valley North. At Blue Valley North, I was the only black male in my graduating class. I remember him telling me, don't trust these crackers as far as you can throw them. You know, so here I am with this, you know, and it's one of those things where I get it, I got it. You're talking about somebody who grew up in Mississippi in the deep South, who has seen a lot more shit than I can ever imagine, you know. And he was a large, dark-skinned black man, bro. I mean, I'm talking about Wesley Snipes black, but 6'5". Before he got sick with cancer, probably about 290, 280. So he was a big motherfucker, right? So you couldn't avoid him, and I'm sure he got some hate thrown his way when he was down there in the South. But anyway, back to my point, here I was with some of my own ideologies about white people and what whiteness was and my mistrust of certain white folks. So I also, you know, like I said in that movie, I could see some of my own. I also had growth growing up in the military and, you know, being with Sergeant First Class Kramer, man. And seeing him and where he been through and where he came from brought me a long way to find that, you know, like, that's why I said going back to that we talk about ignorance, because he had it, you know, where he came from. There was just the ignorance of black people, man. If we're not around, if we're not there, and you're being taught some ideology of hate to the Ku Klux Klan, I mean, what do you expect to happen? Yeah. For me, I've never hated white people, but there was a distrust that I learned from my father, you know, and it's like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't just off top distrust white people. Maybe it should just be, you know, I should take it at face value. Everybody gets a chance. And when you cross a line with me, then I don't trust you. Then you get put into that just not even just a trash bin of white people, just a trash bin of this humanity that I can't fuck with you no more. So I had to grow up and learn that lesson too. So we both grew up, man. So I think that part of that movie touched with me, because that was like my own. I was looking at it like maybe I'm the white rabbit, you know, going up to the military, and here's this brown fox, you know, Sergeant Kramer, you know, this white man who came to the military from the outskirts of society, who's been taught to just, you know, especially you start learning about mid-Missouri, they don't fuck with, you know, nobody for real, and they don't fuck with niggas at all. So they just distrust society in general. So we both grew up a lot with each other. So, I mean, I took that from the movie. So sorry about that, y'all, my tangent. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully it made sense and came full circle.
No, I mean, I think that's good. I mean, that's good contribution. I mean, normally I'm the one that's like fucking babbles, and you chime in once in a while. But I mean, I think that's what happens. I mean, you know, we don't have a direction with what the show's going to be like. I mean, we spent 30 minutes discussing race, and now we're an hour and a half into Zootopia.
Talking about Zootopia. But I mean, but we pretty much wrapped it. I mean, we pretty much got to the thing of, I mean, what was all the whole thing of the movie was, you know, be careful. I think, to me, I took away from it, be careful of your judgments, and never base your one judgment of a person on that whole group, you know, that they come from, because no one person represents any group, which is, you know, obvious by some of the people we're going to talk about later in our Shut Up Pussy award, you know, like, you know, Sheriff Clark is definitely not a representative of all Negroes in this United States. But, you know, because it's harmful and hateful. It shuts down dialogue. It shuts down, you know, friendships. And more importantly, it shuts down the opportunity for us to learn about each other, which I think is the biggest thing that's lacking, because everybody's getting their education about black folks and white folks and, you know, Hispanics and Muslims. We get it from MSNBC, CNN, and Fox, and them the wrong motherfucking places to learn about people you don't know about, because they gonna bring you the worst each section of that society. Because if I look at CNN, MSNBC, and Fox, I'm gonna learn that white folks don't like niggas. Niggas don't like cops and white folks. Muslims want to blow up everybody, and Hispanics just want to get across the border before the wall gets built. That's pretty much what I'm gonna learn if I base my views of society on those three networks, man. So you really got to get out there, get your feelings out your feet, get the hate out your heart, stop being a motherfucking coward, and learn who and what your neighbor's about, man. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I agree with you, man, on that. And I think we forget about that. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like the movie was actually, man, we got way too deep into Zootopia, dog.
I know, bro. We for real wrote a motherfucking PhD level thesis on Zootopia, bro.
Jesus, I'm glad we didn't do Batman and Superman.
Hey,
we might have done Batman and Superman. We would have been like,
we done that movie in 5 minutes, dog.
Review over,
nigga. We'll do that next time, dog. That movie was fucking.
Stop! I don't want to discuss
so
it.
Much. Okay.
Fucking anger, dog.
Whatever you were saying about Zootopia,
dog. I'm about to play the designer as you talk about this from the movie.
I said no. I don't want to hit, nigga, because I might get activated. I might go in there and beat up my old lady, bro. Designer might activate me.
But anyway,
yeah, I'll ask you how you did that. They don't need to know. I'll ask you how you did that later on. Played through the computer. But yeah, man. But whatever, man.
Yeah, Zootopia, man, that deep. Go catch it. You know.
Nah, yeah. You haven't watched that movie? It's a cute movie. It's a lot of it's funny. And there's a lot of underlying themes in there, man, that you really can you'll feel. If you're just an ignorant racist who hates any kind of diversity in your life, you'll probably hate it. But if you're a normal human being that functions in society and wants to get along with their fellow human, you'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that I like is that, you know, you got, I know you had older kids already, but you have like your youngest son right now. It's like it's about the same age range as my son. Another friend of mine that lives in Lincoln, he gave me wonderful feedback. He has to stay anonymous, name wise, but by choice. And
so we're moving into the Twitter shout outs.
Sure, I mean, why not? This is a segue, bro. Fuck, I mean, let's do a smooth transition.
Well, why not just announce that we're moving into the Twitter shot? Okay. Ain't nothing smooth about this show, bro. This shit is about as smooth as fucking bottom shelf vodka, dog.
Anyway, but no, I mean, I like the fact that because it's something that you know, most of our friends, and I don't know about you, but like, yeah. So most of our friends have kids. I mean, if at one point we're gonna watch cartoon movies, bro. I mean, there's sports that I'm gonna show my kid and all that stuff, but eventually I'm gonna let my kid be a kid, and I'm gonna watch cartoon movies. And like, I'm starting right now, early on, that, you know, if there's a message out there, I'm gonna be like, yo, pay attention to this portion right here, or you know, I'll point it out or stuff like that, and make note of it later on, so I could point it out to him or her later, you know, and use it as an example or to open those kind of communications. So I mean, I think it was a good movie. I mean, not all cartoon movies are gonna have a message like that, but especially Disney movies, they're all fucking weird. But I think it was good, man. I think a 4 out of 5. I think there's room for improvement. I don't want to see a Zootopia 2 or anything of that, but because I would hate to see what the next criminal is gonna look like. I don't know what the bad person or is gonna be or do.
It's gonna be an all-white sheep with a burning cross.
That's fucking ridiculous,
I don't know. What were you about to say, Pimp?
But yeah, before we do the Twitter shout out, because that's when we normally end the show. After
we
that,
do. We gotta get to
we go into the salsa. Not right now. There's one thing I wanted to talk about. I didn't mention this anyway because I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it or not. But Hear me out though. So I know it's gonna be hard for you to shut the fuck up and let me talk because you have this nice new microphone, but mute that motherfucker and hear me out.
Can you hear me, Franklin?
Yeah. I'm a fucking bad designer again, though. Talk
Okay. I'll just stop the
But-
broadcast and fucking post this shit as is, nigga.
No, but anyway, so one of the things that I'm hoping that we do another episode before the week is over and put it out there again too, because this is something that I don't know, man. I've been getting emotional lately, man, about a lot of shit. Not like I want to cry or anything like that, but like, you know, I know that I'm showing I'm expressing myself to people more frequently, and for some reason it just catches them off guard. You know what I'm saying? So, and they don't know how to react to it. But so over the weekend, I had the bowling tournament and I did pretty good. But I also had a friend that came
Salute.
to town. Yeah, fuck, I was so tired. But anyway, so my boy came in, man. I went to high school with him, and he's really my oldest friend. I mean, he is the last, you know, he's not even my day one nigga, but like he's my like day 4 nigga. You know what I mean? Like my day one motherfuckers, like they're not there no more. Day 2 niggas are not there no more. Day 3 niggas ain't there. But he my last. He's the last, you know, samurai nigga. You know what I mean? But he knows me. He knows me from the moment just before my life or my personality started to get to where I'm at right now. So he got ignorant, Frank. You know what I mean? Like before, you know, like I opened my eyes and stuff like that and got education and everything. But man, it's been like 14, 15 years, man, since we met and been friends. And he's been, you know, when I left the military, it was hard to kind of keep in touch and track because you know with you and me, like we communicate now because we have this podcast and we text each other and all that stuff. But you know, when you move away, it's kind of hard to keep that communication and stuff like that. Not that it should never end, but you know, it's a little bit more difficult. I mean, I know sending a text message shouldn't be too difficult, but we're all busy. But anyway, so he came by, man. This is the 3rd time he came visit, and he only comes for like Saturday, Sunday, and leaves Monday. So. But like I mean, just to do that, man, and come by just to kick it and chill and watch me bowl, and we were like just shooting the shit, man. I mean, that shit was. I mean, I appreciated that, and I told him that. I told him I'm like, you know, no homo, no none of that gay stuff, or
Stop
but
saying no homo, no gay,
whatever.
nigga,
But you know, I just wanted to say, you know, I just want to tell him no, like,
it's gay to say no homo.
yeah, I just want to let him know that I appreciated that, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's you know, there's certain things that you say, that you do, that I'm gonna have love for that. You know what I mean? And I told him I wanted to say like, yo, that's real love right there, man. Like on a man to man stuff is, you know, that you know you stuck around. We're friends because I consider you family. You know what I mean? And like with him, I mean he's one of the ones that seen my growth though. And it's hard to see. Well, it's not hard, but it's for me. I don't like when I get complimented. I get it weird and awkward. It's because like I don't do things, and I don't do things for recognition. And I think you're the same way. We like it, but we don't. It's kind of like when we're in the soldiers. You know, you're in the uniform, and somebody wants to buy you a meal or beer or just say thank you, and you're wearing the uniform, and you look and you're like your instinct is like, you're welcome, but you know we're doing our job type of thing. You know what I mean? So that's how I always feel when I get a compliment. It's like, yo, I'm doing what I need to do. I mean, but anyway, man. So I started thinking about all like a lot of stuff, especially like from my friends and like who I have around in my life now, and like it's crazy, man. Because like I thought, you know, when I was thinking about it in high school, like my clique, I was like, man, I'm gonna have. I was so confident that I was gonna have all these dudes, and we were gonna like grow up together and like stay, you know, have this relationship. But I didn't do that, man. And I made a connection with another buddy of mine, another friend of mine from that same clique. And he wasn't even my number one dude, nigga. You know what I mean? He was like, you know, he was like the fourth or fifth nigga in the group. Like, you know, he was the one that canceled on all our plans. You know what I mean? But like me and him, we weren't on bad paths, and I don't want to make it sound like I was like this like fucking thug gangster. No, man. I mean I wasn't in the path that I was on. It was a comfortable path for me. It wasn't a bad one. I wasn't a gangster or anything like that or criminal, but it wasn't the path that I wanted to be on. You know, going back to, you know, episode 1 when I talked about like my mom being an immigrant and everything. It's like, you know, I don't know if it was 15, 16 when I realized that I was like, you know, I need to not necessarily continue on improving myself or do it for myself, but I need to make sure that I don't make my mom's sacrifices go to shit and disrespect her, because that would have been a total disrespect to her, man. Like if I would have like ended up in jail or not, you know, not living the life that she could have led, you know what I mean? And so I was talking I connected with my boy. You know, I see that he had 3 kids. He made a good life for himself. I don't know his struggles. I don't know all his problems, but I just hit him up on Instagram, not knowing how he was gonna react. I sent him a friend request and sent him a message and was like, "Hey, man, yo, this is Frank. I don't even know if you remember me. I just want to make, let you know that that one day, I hope to one day, we can cross path and share a couple stories, reminisce for a little bit, and then be on our way." You know what I mean? It was one of those things. And then he hit me back up, but hey man, of course I remember you, Frank. You know what I mean? Like it was like, how could I forget you? And I see you have a kid, man. Thank you for the nice things you said about my family, my kids. And he's like, I know I see you have a kid now too, man. Like, sending you blessings to you, your family, and your son, man. And I was like, that's love, dog. And I just wrote a paragraph on him, and I said, like, look, man, his name is Armando, but we call him Mandy. And I was like, hey, man, look, I'm not trying to reconnect. I'm not trying to do like the typical, I want to get to know you from the, I want to get to know from all the past and up to where you're at now. Nah, man, I'm like, I know we all have life. We all did our thing. We all went through our struggles, but we here now. And I don't really care what happened in the in between. But I just wanted to let you know that, like, as an outsider, as an insider outsider, I'm proud of what you became of yourself, man, and continue doing that, being that positive role model. I don't know what the fuck you did before this point, but right now you have 3 kids. You need to be a positive role model, man, because me and you, we didn't have no parents growing up like that. And so I don't know, man. Like the last couple of weeks, man, I've been on that emotional tip. My wife's brother, my wife's father, turned 60 on Tuesday, and I was gonna send her like a message and just say happy birthday and this and that, but I started texting away and just started like commenting on a lot of things. I mean, she's a white family and everything, but I don't see that color when I talk to him or when I see him. I just see him as the grandson and the father. I mean, the grandfather and the father to my wife and my son. And I see how much he loves his daughter and how much he loves his grandson. And while he is mixed, even though he's a little bit lighter skinned than I am, but he is still a mix. But he doesn't see that. He sees that as his grandson, and I appreciate that. And yeah. And I know me and you. I know me and
I hate
you
mix.
clown
It sound like puppies.
biracial, but we laugh about that. Like you make fun. Like, hey, if you do something, don't forget, Frank. Like that. Ultimately, like if you do something wrong to their daughters or sisters, like you can revert back to basically like the Hispanic guy, you know what I mean? Instead of like Frank is an asshole, you know what I mean? And while I kind of still hold a little bit of that, as I've already been with her for, we've been together for over 10 years and shit, and but it's like they know me now, and I love them. They love me, and it's genuine. Like it's just, I mean, granted, it didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual growth that we all did, and acceptance.
Right.
Because
In the day, you're fucking his daughter, so yeah,
yeah,
it's gonna be a gradual.
yeah. So I mean, but like I don't know, man. Logan, man, like Logan really has changed my life. It's changed the way I guess I kind of see things now too. And maybe this is the next part of my maturation, my growth or whatever. But I just felt like I needed to unload on Jamie's father and just kind of tell him, man, how much I appreciate him and the man that he is and he's been for. I mean, he hasn't been perfect, but the man that he's been for his daughter, and then the man that he's been for my son, because I didn't grow up with a father figure at all or whatnot, and I only hope to be as good as I can be. But what I do like is that he knows who his grandfather is, because I don't know mine. I don't know mine, and I value that in him, and I wanted him to know how much I appreciate that. He didn't text me back because I know that he was gonna probably like be emotional about that. But Jamie's mom texted me back and said that was a good thing that you did. And again, going back to the compliment, it's like, I didn't do it to get like a compliment back, or I didn't do it to kind of kiss ass. I mean, I genuinely felt that way, and I told her, I was like, I feel like, I don't express myself very well or as often as I should do or should be. But I felt like I think that that's something that I know his kids are always going to tell him that, and they tell him that I love you, and I know your kids are going to tell you I love you and all that stuff. But it's nice to hear about it from an outsider. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's good to hear that other people notice like how good of a person you are, because to me that kind of validates. Not that anybody's looking for validation or anything like that, but that goes to show you that if you're not just influencing those directly in front of you, but you're almost indirectly influencing other people. So like, and what it came down to, man, is just like my friends, the way they are, the way they treat me, like you. I mean, we laugh, we joke. I don't think we've ever cried, but we laugh, we joke. We probably get in arguments. We probably don't talk to each other very often, but at the same time, it's like I value your friendship. I value my friends' friendship. I value the relationships that I have, and I feel like, not that I've taken it for granted, but I feel like I need to express that shit more often now. Like, and I think that's what all it was about this weekend, man. And no, on like a serious tip, but it comes down to, that's why I kept telling you that, like, I can't wait to record this episode, because I know like the Black Guy Who Tips and other podcasts, they talk about the expression of love. I don't know, maybe we'll hit that shit like later on, but like the expression of love from a man to another man, or to another human or whatever, we don't see that or hear that shit, man, too much. I mean, we usually see that shit like behind closed doors or on the side, or you don't really talk about that. But for me, I don't find. I think that if if I got love for you, dog, like, or my brothers, I've been doing this shit recently. It's like I'm gonna be like, yo, when we hang up on the phone, I know it's gonna sound weird and corny and shit, but I'll be like, yo, I love you, dog. But like, it's
That's not weird or
not.
corny. But you've
But
been
like to
taught
me,
that's weird or corny, but it's not weird or corny.
but like to me, it was like one of those things. Like I didn't have that shit growing up, so it's something new to me. But it's like because I didn't know how to express myself. Basically, what it comes down to, and so like my boy coming. see me this weekend making a reconnection with another friend of mine from high school, and my wife's husband, father, his 60th birthday, and then like just called the culmination of like getting onto this podcast, man. It's like, I had shit to look forward to, man, and it was like, I like the relationship and friendships and that I have with people, man, and I'm glad, and I'm glad that we could have this is episode 5, and I'll probably do something like this in episode 5,000 and shit like that, but I appreciate
you ramble.
Yeah, I appreciate with a new microphone too, right? Fucking, we'll probably be in an actual studio next time and shit. But nah, man, I just want to let you know, man, you my last on the list, because I could have easily done it on a text message and all that shit, but I wanted to be on record, dog. We want this shit to be on wax, because we want something to be left for our, not necessarily our legacy, but something that we can look back and be like, yo, or share with our friends, family, kids growing up, like kind of like a audio book version of us, right? And to open up, and I wanted to say, man, like, this is only episode 5. We're like in the infancy stage now, but I'm glad that it was with you. I don't think I could. I mean, I got 2 brothers that want me to do other podcasts now and help them out, but I'm like, yo, like, this is you my day one nigga, though. I'm like, so you my new day one nigga, and like whoever comes on, whatever happens with the podcast, man, I'm glad it was with you. I'm glad we started it. Is now we're not just talking about this shit anymore. We're actually doing it. We just upgraded to Spreaker. We went a little bit more, bought a little bit more memory and everything, so that we can, share with everybody else. But we also have, there's no limit on us, and so I want to say, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you as a man, as a father, as a role. We're not all perfect, but I, seeing your growth, man, going to your graduation, seeing how you are with your kids, how, that shit, that's good, man. That's fucking awesome, man. And I could only hope to be like that. And I think we're gonna have disagreements. We're not always gonna be peachy on this podcast, but like, if I'm gonna get in an argument and I'm gonna call a nigga, and I'll be called a Hispanic, brownie, orange seller, fucking cherry picker.
Oh yeah. Somebody gonna be like, you let him say nigga on it. I'm like, but like, bitch, I literally called him a Mexican and said the nigga selling oranges. Did you miss that part?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I mean, I get emotional about that shit, but nah, man, I'm just saying, like, it just comes full circle, man. Like, I just want you to know, man, that I'm all in on this. Whatever comes of it, whatever money we make, whatever, we don't make anything, but I do like the fact that this is gonna be on like an audio record for us to listen to back. And I don't know, man, that's just me. I just feel like I needed to say this.
I don't think anyone's gonna make it to this part of the episode, because it's like we'll be like 2 hours in.
Whatever. This ain't for you, then.
Nah, man. I appreciate it, bro. And yeah, man, it's all love, man. I love you, man. It's like, it's not you like family, you are family to me, man. And for real, like, we can go into the history of it on another podcast, but for real, man, since the day motherfuckers like shit sat down, broke bread at drill, well, battle assembly, that's what we do our once a month gig. It's been whatever the fuck, man. You've been my nigga, man. I mean, Dame is my brother. We've been at this shit. Me and him been at this shit since 2nd grade, bro. But I mean, you right up there with him, man. Like, and he feel you too, bro. Niggas don't give out nicknames to motherfuckers they don't fuck with. That's just how we roll. If he didn't fuck with you, he wouldn't talk to you.
And nicknames are given. Nicknames are given. You don't give yourself a nickname. So as much as I don't like it, hey, it's the nickname that I was given.
But yeah, but what you were saying, man, it is very serious, man. And I think it's a thing, just with men in general, man. That's why sometimes you say no homo, I'll be like, man, stop that shit, man. I think it's, I know you're joking, but I think that we get caught up in this false sense of what masculinity is, man. Just to tell another man, I love you, I respect you, I see your grind, I see what you're doing, how you are with your wife, with Jamie, how protective you are of her. I love it. How protective you are of your son Logan. I love it. How you love your brothers, your mother. How you respect her struggle to get you here, man. I mean, how could you not look at a man with that track record and say, I want him to be my friend. I want him to be on my team, man. So yeah, man. I mean, it really speaks to, you know, there's a lot of people out there, man. Like even my own personal struggle with having to forgive my real dad because that nigga wasn't there for me, man. And that played a role in a lot of things that I did as far as fucking up, acting out, how I view relationships, and a lot of that, it was how I view myself as not worthy of love from other people because the man who was supposed to love me didn't love me. He was raising other children with another woman, you know. So even through my own growth, I had to learn to forgive him, you know, because I can also see with my own struggle with my oldest son and his mother. Sometimes I can see how maybe the struggle that my father had to deal with my mom, how that played a role in it, but still no excuse. You got to take care of your kids. But still, man, yeah, you just, you know, had to tell him I'm not, you know, I had to forgive him. I'm not mad at you no more. I'm a grown ass man. I love you. You gave me life. Without you, I wouldn't be here. Without you, I wouldn't have 5 beautiful children. So it is what it is. So I got to thank you for something. But I do think we do, as men, we need to get out there. You know, if there's a motherfucker that you fuck with, that's your man. You know, 50 grand, you need to tell him that you love him, you respect him. And I think through that, you can get that, you know, build that relationship and get motherfuckers to do better. Point blank. And like, for me, everybody that I fuck with as far as a man who has kids, I don't fuck with no niggas who don't take care of their kids, man. You know, that's another thing as far as I'm not going to get on that whole thing of the issue of the black community. There ain't no black fathers in the home. We're not here for that. We already had a serious topic about rabbits in Zootopia. But for me, yeah, but for me, though, you can't be in my circle. I can't fuck with you. You can't come to my house, man. If you ain't fucking with, you ain't taking care of your kids, dog. We can't be shooting fairway at the park and you ain't seen your kid in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious if your ass can get your ass here to play some basketball, you get your ass over there to take care of your son, man. I get it. You may not be able to pay your $20,000 in back child support. I don't know how I got that high. You may not be able to pay that, but your ass got gas money to go over there and see your seed. But man, we can get to that another day. But yeah, man, like I said, man, I love you, bro. I appreciate it. I fuck with you. And as long as you taking care of Jamie and Logan, dog, you always got. Unless you do something wrong, then that's totally different.
Oh, me?
Yeah, if you do something wrong, that's totally different. But yeah.
Oh no, I ain't. That's just not even. Nah, dog. We don't. That's not even me. Dog. I don't. That's not even in my. That's not that predator thing. Is not even in me, dog. I don't got the stones to do that shit, though. But you know. Temptation's always there, man, but like, nah, I found me the one, dog. Plus, it's cheaper to keep her, dog. I love you, Jamie. I love. But anyway, man. Hey, man. Hey, side note.
Let's wrap this one up.
Side note. Remember when we used to go work out together and shit? Used to come by and pick me up, and we used to be like, we had the same fucking clothes on. Nigga, we wearing gray shirts right now, dog.
Oh shit! Don't tell Jamie, bro. Don't tell Jamie. She used to be on that. Oh, you guys lovers? Like, okay, see, that's what we're not about to do.
Yeah, dog. Like, I don't know how that was possible, though. We didn't communicate or nothing. Now we're like, damn, you wearing black shorts and gray shirt, dog. Like, damn.
Nah, but let's wrap this shit up, dog. We gonna be on like 2 hours.
Go ahead, dog. Get to your shut up pussy and Twitter shout out.
Oh man, so it was tough this week, man. Like especially RNC convention. We had the likes of you
talking about like tough to make one selection or
make
'Cause it
one
was
selection,
easy.
dog.
Oh.
Motherfucker, come on, bro. Like you said earlier, you wasn't really out there looking in the news, but if you had been on the Twitter streets, you've been seeing motherfuckers was fighting to get this Shut Up Pussy Award this week.
Mhm.
A close one was the U.S. Representative Steve King talking about ain't no other subgroup done more for Western civilization. I guess that's how he tried to phrase it. Than white people. That was close. But the winner, dog, the winner's gonna have to be motherfucking Sheriff. Hold on. I'm gonna get his whole motherfucking name.
Oh
In
man.
Wisconsin, Sheriff motherfucking David Clark. And the reason why you winning this, dog, is because nigga, you should know motherfucking better. That's why you win this fucking Shut Up Pussy Award. And it's not for one thing. This nigga been on a motherfucking stroll. I don't know if Master say he gonna get a bigger seat at the table, if Master say that he got to pick less cotton. I don't know what the award is for this nigga to be a turncoat to the fucking black community, but to go on CNN and basically say that niggas and the president are the reason for these last deaths, while not acknowledging the fact that cops, like we talked about before, have killed 500 plus American citizens. And those are just the numbers that get reported, because those numbers are tracked by outside source, because a lot of times cops, these municipalities don't keep track of these stats. So it could be more. Who the fuck knows? But to say we are the cause of this, just the black community, just Black Lives Matter, David Clark, you just a field hand, dog. You just a motherfucker, not even a field hand. You a house nigga, dog. And I hate to say that. I hate to say you a coon, you a house nigga, but you get on there with that motherfucking fake ass Wilt Chamberlain motherfucking goatee. I mean, come on, man. That motherfucker grew 3 times as big in 3 days, nigga. All your gray hair gone. I know you're using that just for men. I know you sitting in there probably jacking off to posters of motherfucking Nancy Reagan when she was young. I get it, dog. You don't want to be a nigga, dog. I get it. That's cool. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I don't.
And
Go ahead. Finish.
And it's like, and I said, there's so much shit. I was trying to like find some individual things to say about this motherfucker, but there's just so much shit, dog. So if you listening, just go to your Googles, type in Sheriff David Clark, and just hit the hyperlinks and be amazed by what happens when a nigga sells his soul. So
well, let me. I remember some of the things that he touched on. He basically insinuated with Don Lemon that basically Black Lives Matter, or that movement, it's
anti-cop.
It's an anti-cop, but I think he's almost he stopped short of calling them a terrorist group, because he was saying that because
anti-cop, and that President Obama and them have been over the last 2 years have been the cause for this.
Yeah.
And then he says, so where are the riots for these police officers in Dallas, Texas? I'm like, but wait a minute. Ain't nobody else rioting, so why does that fall slowly on the lap of black people? Or Black Lives Matter? You know what I'm saying? I don't see ain't nobody else rioting when these cops get killed, so why does that fall on our laps, bro?
Right.
No, there's no riots, but they get funerals, they get national recognition, they get the opportunity to be seen as angels, and they may have been angels. I don't know. I mean, for the cops that got killed, it seems to be they got killed in the line of duty, and they should be given all the proper burials and respects to anyone who is a public servant who loses their lives in the execution of that service. They should be given. But to just say that everyone else, all these other 500 people, these citizens that get killed, are just other than and fuck them, is basically what he's saying to me. That's how I take it as. It's like, either you a cop who gets killed and you respect it, and if you're a citizen to get killed, oh well, fuck you. You probably was doing something wrong. Nigga, that's wrong. Wrong, nigga. Because last time I checked, police are not judge and jury. So, I mean, just fuck him, man. He's a disgusting piece of shit. And I hate that the motherfucker's black, dog. Just fuck him. Dog. Every time I see this Looney Tune looking ass nigga with this big ass, fake ass, fuck ass goatee and his fake ass, fuck ass cop uniform, man. Just fuck him, man. My daddy, man, just it makes me think about my daddy, man. Just the nigga put so many years into Kansas City. So many years. I mean, he was one of the founders. I don't know if you ain't from Kansas City, man, but you know, we got album books up here. We got the Ad Hoc Group Against Crime. My father was one of the founding members of that shit. He was also one of the founding members of NOBLE, which is the National Organization of Black Law Executives, man. Just doing the work, not only for law executives, but also building that bridge building that bridge in the black community so that law enforcement could happen, and also that citizens, especially black citizens in these poor communities, will see that law enforcement's not there to hurt you, but they're to help keep those criminal elements out of your community. He did so much work, and he did it while keeping his blackness, because he was nothing more than an extraordinary black individual, and when you were around him, you fucking knew that. He never sold his blackness short for anybody. And this coon ass motherfucker gets on TV and just selling his motherfucking soul for what, nigga? How many scraps are you getting, dog? How much? I mean, I could go on forever, man, but just fuck him, man. Just fuck him. Fuck people like him. I mean, you got to be a despicable motherfucker to make Don Lemon look like Malcolm X, dog. Don motherfucking Lemon, who was selling niggas short last year, but he ain't never sold niggas this short. Don Lemon look like Malcolm X and a little bit of MLK next to this nigga, dog. That is an extraordinary fucking feat. Yeah. As far as that's my nomination, man. Fuck him. I will. Hopefully, he enjoys his bowl of dicks.
Shout out to my boy in Lincoln. He suggested we call it bowl of dicks instead of like the Shut Up Pussy Award. But I like the Shut Up Pussy Award. I like the Shut Up Pussy Award.
I like the Shut Up Pussy Award, but you win a bowl of dicks. Because what goes how do you shut up a pussy with either a dildo or a dick?
Okay, so it could be the Shut Up Pussy Award, but then the name of the actual award is the bowl of dick.
The Shut Up Pussy segment with the bowl of dick award.
Bowl of dick award. There you go.
There we go.
Look at that. Boom.
Boom. Now,
yeah, man. Hey, man, I hate to even address that man as sheriff, dog, but that man, dog, like, yo, sometimes you just got everybody. First of all, I don't like to discuss this, but fuck it. Niggas is wilding the fuck out at the RNC, dog. I can't. I'm not even watching that shit because I'm gonna get mad as fuck, dog. I don't want to hear that shit, and I can't wait for the Democratic, the DNC, dog. Right? No, yeah, DNC next week, because dog, the lineup of speech givers, dog. It's gonna kill. It's gonna be must watch TV, dog. Like, this is it. This is what we were waiting for, dog. You're gonna have Bill Clinton, you're gonna have Hillary Clinton, you're gonna have Michelle Obama out there, you're gonna have the president, dog. He's gonna kill, dog. He's gonna kill. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna have good speakers, man. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear the snarky, the shots that they're gonna like. Man, it's gonna be machine guns, missiles, artillery, drones gonna be fired, dog. I can't wait, dog. But anyway, we'll address that next week. But so I guess I have to have one. I don't really have to have one, but
you don't have to have one. No.
Earlier we had I had say the tweet. Megyn Kelly, though, she was my front runner again for the second one. She really, really wants the bowl of dicks, though. Like, she really, really wants the bowl of dicks.
She been on some. Like I said last time we spoke, man. She been on some fuckery for a minute, bro.
Man, like, the shit that went down with DL Hughley, though, that was my front runner. And then earlier this week, I read a little bit and heard also a little bit about that she, Megyn Kelly, has now joined or accused, or the lawsuit that ties the Fox president or CEO, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like with
Roger.
sexual harassment. So it's sexual harassment to her, right? But when she criticizes other women when it happens to her, I really wanted to tell her shut the fuck up. She's like, shut up, pussy, dog. Like, shut the fuck, get on with that bullshit, dog. Um,
Yeah.
but you know, but you
I mean,
know,
she may have been sexually harassed. I get what you're saying. She may have been sexually harassed, but when it falls on other women, she toes the company line of Fox, which is always seems to
right?
be to
Yeah,
discredit women. Yeah, I see what you're saying though. That's what I just want to put out there. We're not saying that she may not have been sexually harassed, but there's no but to it. I guess that she might be right, but in the past she has been hella wrong.
she
And it's
was
just like
critical. She was real
here
critical.
your chickens have come home to roost.
Like, yeah, it's basically like, just to give an example for all the simple minded motherfuckers out there listening. Is is she's basically doing now is she was criticizing the women for being raped because they were the way they dressed, but when it happens to her, it's like, oh, the poor me victim. So I mean, that's basically to simplify what's happening. But anyway, no. I had to automatically change it though, dog. Even as we were talking about this podcast, we had mentioned him earlier. For the Shut Up Pussy segment with the Bola Dix Award. My nominee is Lou motherfucking Holtz.
Look,
You mother,
I
you
sure
mother,
have.
you motherfucker, dog.
I hope
Like,
Notre Dame I hope Notre Dame just won one game this year. I hope it's the first game, so that way they have false hope.
you motherfucker, dog. Like, it's crazy because like all the articles don't have like, they mentioned that the former Irish coach, but like the pictures are from South Carolina, him wearing a South Carolina
Yeah.
gear, whatever. But you know, this motherfucker right here. Not only did he show up to the RNC with, walking around with a gallon, I'm gonna say a gallon
A gallon.
size of
He had
Crown Royal bag.
He had a handle of Crown Royal.
Now I could see this as two things before I get to my comments. That two things: either he was making it known that he was fucked up and gave him like the free pass to say what the fuck he was saying, or my second,
He doesn't get a free.
speculation.
He doesn't get a free pass because in the interviews it was never mentioned that he was intoxicated. So fuck
Right.
that.
So my thing is this though. I mean, I think I'll give him a little bit of credit if this is how I'm loose, fucking wildly speculating, loosely speculation and shit. Is I think he came in with that fucking. He said, okay, how can I say wild shit and then not really be questioned by it? Well, let me walk in with this sack of Crown Royal, and people are automatically gonna think I'm fucking. I'm fucking. This motherfucker had a Crown Royal.
Hey, dog, that's the name of the episode, dog. A sack of Crown Royal.
This motherfucker had to have sack over his shoulder like fucking Santa Claus. That motherfucker said, I'm here, I'm wilding out, I'm drunk. Dog, this
I don't know why
man.
that's so funny to me. A sack of Crown Royal, nigga. Sack of Crown Royal.
Yo, I mean, I know that shit funny though, man, but like this dude, so he speaks, he goes to the RNC, he speaks at the luncheon, and
Yeah.
I got the article right here. So here you go, dog. Like, so he decided to,
Hey, dog, we are literally rolling up on 2 hours.
man,
you know
fuck
that,
it,
right?
man.
No, fuck that. It's 12 o'clock.
All right, though, man. But like, check this out, though. So, he wants to talk about immigrants now.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know how I feel about that. But he wants to go ahead and open his big ass fucking mouth, his fucking Crown Royal sipping, sack carrying mouth, and say, he says that immigrants coming to the U.S. constitutes an invasion, though. Man, that already got me fucking getting riled up. Then he also added that he wants all immigrants to learn English. I'll be like, I could semi be there. I could semi see you on that, but not really. And then he tops it off with, "You should become us." Nigga. First of all,
What
no.
the fuck is us?
No. Like, I don't want to be a white Crown Royal sack carrying member. All right. And then, this is like needlessly shit, man. Like, I could have, been over there. I could have laughed it off. But then he wants to say with these comments, "I don't want to be you. I don't want to become you. I don't want to speak your language. I don't want to celebrate your holidays. I sure in hell don't want to cheer for your soccer team." Why, dog? Why?
Cause I mean, don't forget, he's still an old white dude.
The fuck up! Shut up, pussy! Shut up! Like, fuck out of my face, you old man! Like, get your Crown Royal sack carrying ass out of here, bro.
The only thing that'll make it better is if I could do a Lou impersonation, dog. Get all that spit in my mouth,
man,
with that slur.
Yes, man. ESPN better motherfucking. Man, they better fucking get on man.
Come on, man. Just like they did with the motherfucking Penn State shit, dog. They let good old Paterno fucking go to his grave with some dignity.
Man, look,
come to find out he knew about that mother. He knew about old boys in
the 70s,
love of young boys in the 70s. So,
yeah, man.
But they give these motherfuckers passes all the time because they don't want to interrupt these motherfucking contracts and all this other shit. Fuck everything else. Cash rules everything, bro.
A, B, C. Always be prudent, though. That's what it's about, though.
That's what it's about.
Having to say that, I want to finish it off before you finish it off, and then before I try to finish it off, and then we go back and forth and finish it off. I want to say this, man. The higher power, whoever you may be, Bobby Bowden, please stay quiet. Please stay quiet.
Like I told you right now, man, Bobby Bowden is out fucking sipping firewater with some Native American woman right now.
Oh, man. He's over there reenactment of like
in some TP in some motherfucking small Florida city I can't even fucking pronounce.
Man, I need him to like just stay quiet, stay in the limelight, don't say nothing. I don't say nothing because I don't need this.
What will be good to see though is what does ESPN do with Lou when the college football season starts? You know he's on all those shows and shit with what's the fucking John Black dude's name? I forget. But he's always on those shows doing those fucking college previews and doing the motherfucking we gonna guess this team's gonna win. And then they have to fucking make your case, coach and shit. So it'd be funny to see what they do. Did they just sweep that shit on the rug because of who he is? Did they say because he had a sack of Crown Royal that it's all good? It's just funny. Or they say, you know what, fuck immigrants. They don't watch football anyway. We gonna keep rolling.
Yeah, but I just need Bob Bottom to like be quiet, because we have Florida State's on the Showtime, and if you wanted a show for me and you to keep track of and monitor and discuss on this podcast, there's a show that I will be willing to watch with you, man.
As long as they're not covering up no more rapes, we should be good.
Yeah, man, easy now. Allegations, Allegedly
they covered up rapes.
Yeah. The crab
no, it's not allegedly. They did go out of their way to come to.
Who's they?
Oh, public officials there at the school. I mean, there's a record now. We don't know if there was a rape, but there's a record of them getting their motherfucking ducks in a row to make sure everybody was on the same talking point. Now that's a fact. Now that there was something they covered up, I don't know. Like you say, allegedly, but it is a fact that they got their ducks in a row.
It's just funny.
Ain't no allegedly to that.
It's just funny how crab leg video showed up, but like the club video and the apartment video of her never showed up. The video never showed up, but the crab leg was, man. What
video of her apartment?
they got when they got I guess there were like cameras in the parking lot, and then the video of her coming in. Not a like I guess people were saying that she wasn't as intoxicated. Now, granted, some this is up for debate. Some say that she willfully did it. Some people say that how
But
can you willfully
a parking lot camera wouldn't prove what happened inside the apartment. So I don't know the point in that.
They had cameras. There's a camera. I don't know if it was like they were recording. You know how niggas be now, like they would just be recording and shit. Like they'd be periscoping and I'm like,
yeah, well, it probably didn't show up. It probably didn't show up because it probably showed her saying, "Yeah, I'll fuck you, but not him."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's probably why I went away. Like, tell Jameis this doesn't help our case at all.
Yeah, and when the report came out, like the police report, and then the hospital report too, I was like, man, that's like way too inconsistent. But whatever, let's wrap this shit up, man. Bobby Biden, be quiet. Shh. Stay quiet.
Yeah.
I need you to be a legend.
And all athletes out there in males, stop raping. If she says no, get up and fucking go home. It's that simple.
And that includes you, Stanford males. Like
that's what I said. All athletes. I said all athletes and males. If she say stop, I don't even care if you in the pussy. If she say stop, nigga, just get up and go home.
Yeah.
Stop means stop. There you go. It's that simple. It ain't yours. Prior to what you believe. But anyway, so what we want these Twitter shout outs, so now we're gonna roll up on hour number 5 of the show.
Man, I'm glad we upgraded to
yeah, this gonna be upgraded when we can't be doing 3-hour shows like that. Like you talk about Where's My 40 Acres, they might do a long show, they'll break it up into three or three parts and release individually.
Hey dog, shout out to Where's My 40 Acres, dog. Like y'all is some wild ass fools though, but like y'all entertaining, and I like that shit though. I like that shit.
Yeah, but we talked about it earlier. Tanya Weeman, she followed us, been listening, gave some feedback. She don't care much for the sports, which I do. I understand, but nah, man, she seems to be not. I say she seems from. But she seems, I never met her personally, but we have our interactions on Twitter. But we both watch a show that used to be on Showtime called Penny Dreadful. That I guess a lot of people watch, but like once again, it's one of those shows that a lot of people I know don't fuck with. Y'all missing out. But yeah, man, she's over on the East Coast, and over the East Coast they have like these little parties, these viewings that Showtime will sponsor. And I should have grabbed it. Next time I grab it, I'll put it in the background. But she sent me and Maury this this little wine bottle set, and she also sent me like a little comic book from Penny Dreadful. You know, I'm still a big ass nerd at heart. That was sealed and everything. I read it, put it back in the seal, so it's still safe, Tanya. But yeah, man, she also she's a baroness. No agenda show, and for that, it's like people who donate a certain amount of money, they give their props by. They give them rings, they give them they give them knighthoods and all this stuff within the show. So it's just another that show does a wonderful job of recognizing individuals who give money. And this is how we try to do a good job recognizing people who fuck with us by giving them a shout out. So like I said, man, yeah, she seems to be a wonderful person. Whenever if I post something, I'm having a rough day, or I post something about my kids. She's always there with, a nice thing to say. She's always upbeat. She's always positive. I've never seen her, post anything as far as like negative. So yeah, thank you for your time, Tanya. Hopefully we keep following each other on Twitter, and, it's a damn shame that Penny Dreadful went away, but hopefully we'll find something to fall in love with again and tweet about. So thank you once again for your time and giving us a listen.
Okay. I guess mine, it's not gonna be from a Twitter shout out, but he is on Twitter, but he's a friend of mine that lives in Lincoln, Nebraska. He is from Miami, just like me. So we kind of have like that same background, and then our path basically brought us to the Midwest, and we reconnected a couple of years ago. We didn't know that we were this close. We're talking, but we didn't know that we were this close to each other, but distance wise. But anyway, yeah. So like, we had these couple episodes, and I shared the last one with him. Kind of, for some reason, I didn't think about sharing it with him. I felt like he was going to be too critical of it. He's a political science major. He's a brain. Shocking that he's a Hispanic male, but he's fucking brain. He loved it. He enjoyed it. He wanted more of it. Matter of fact, he hit me up earlier this week and was like, "Yo, when's the next episode, bro? You trying me?" I was like, "Man, I think you trying me. I think you feeding me. You feeding my ego, man." I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know if I could trust you. But anyway, no, he's good. He's good people, and he means well. He enjoys it. He enjoys the banter. He there's certain things he wanted us to touch on, but I was like, hey, look, man, we don't know what the direction is going to be at. If we get to it, we get to it. We don't. He understands. I think he just wants content. He likes the, so some of us, you listen to podcasts, I listen to podcasts, he listens to podcasts. A lot of the podcasts have become real structured. That's why I think I like Where's My 40 Acres, because you could tell that there's a format, but it's not really structured. It's just conversation between close friends. You know what I mean? So shout out to my friend who shall remain anonymous for personal and career wise speaking. But yeah, he enjoys it. He's looking forward to the next episode, and he is on Twitter, but I can't tell you who he is. He is my anonymous contributor. Our AC 360, or what would it be? Like our AC 0 degrees, maybe. Anonymous contributor 0 degree. Like sure. AC, Anderson Cooper 360. No.
Oh my god. Okay.
Damn, you left me hanging on that one. At least laugh, dog. At least like
I did. I chuckled a little bit. I mean, you got the fake chuckle.
Damn. So,
yeah, that's another one. It's another one in the books, dog. Yeah, people are gonna be. Man, I know people gonna be like, God damn, we should have like 2 hours long.
Oh no, I'm gonna try to get another episode in before the weekends, maybe like on Friday or Saturday.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. People are gonna be like, God damn, this shit's 2 hours long.
Hey man, I'm gonna do a soliloquy next time, dog. I'm gonna read Anne Frank, dog.
Spell it. Spell motherfucking soliloquy.
Hold up.
Nigga, stop typing. Nah, nigga. No, look. Nigga, look at me. All right, nigga, we're gonna have soliloquies and motherfucking haikus on Friday.
Well, I hope y'all enjoy the Crown Royal Sack episode.
No, nigga, sack a Crown Royal, bro. How the fuck you gonna tank our own?
Oh shit!
Fuck it, that's the name now, dog. Crown Royal Sack, nigga.
Hey, enjoy the music, man.
All right, man. Yeah, y'all. Thanks again. It's been all good. Negro Rocker Podcast, I-70 Connect. We out. Peace.